Yeah.
It's that warm. I've now had to turn off all the heat bulbs for the animals because it's getting too hot in the tanks.
Oh my god. The ambient temperature is enough.
Yeah.
Crumbs.
I'm surprised they have like a temperature
Override.
Centigrade. Centigrade.
Tentigrade?
Thermostat.
Do you mean like a kill switch?
Yeah. Thermostatic kill streak. Kill streak. That's different.
A thermostatic kill streak. That's a bomb. That is.
Right. We are live.
Hi.
What's wrong, buddy?
Good evening.
It sounded like the beginning of that bit from Friends.
Why did you close?
Because
I
they
went to
want to
bed.
be open.
Fun.
I went to bed.
Just went to bed.
Sorry, it's just Discord decided to just randomly fucking close it.
Because it had enough dumb jokes.
Ooh.
Seen its face and ran away.
Sorry, I just saw that somebody had commented on a post on TV.
Do we want to know?
Yes, you do. I
God.
think you will find this appropriate.
Well, please.
Hold on. I will put it into the Discord so you guys can see it. But one of the ones from my Sunday group commented on and said, "You've got some very specific tastes there." And I was like, I was commenting on it, not actually expressing an interest in it.
Oh, this is not going to be good, is it?
Oh,
Oh, have you put it in?
oh no. No. No, no.
Is it?
Practically tingle.
What the fuck? Have you seen it?
Yeah, it's really
I'm pretty
good.
sure it's a photo.
Jesus.
As you can see,
No,
Jane.
there are
I
books like
don't
that.
think that is a
Oh, yeah.
Photoshop at all. Have you seen
the
it?
hilarious book? Yeah, have you seen all the books you can get like that? There's loads of weird ones like
Yeah, Trapagos one.
yeah. What's it?
God,
Holding the
awesome.
torch for your dad when he repairs the car, and he's like punching the kid because the kid's not holding the torch.
No, this
No.
book is an actual real book.
An
It's
actual-
the same author that has written this
Uh-huh.
book. That is called How Stego Got His Groove Back. And the little caption at the top says, "A sexy geologist, a lonely stegosaur. Sometimes you have to break all the rules."
What does it call?
I was sure this was a Photoshop, and you're telling me this is a.
They are real books
How?
by a real author.
Why?
How is she
What? Yeah.
Because there are people that will read this
Yeah.
random shit. Because majority of the time, it's funny as fuck to read it.
Yeah.
I was going to
If
say,
it's-
but the thing is, 9 times out of 10 they're reading it because they want to know how fucking funny that is. Because
If
the
it's-
sound alone.
If it's along the
Comedy
lines of the
rather
Chuck
than-
Tingle ones.
Chuck Tingle.
Anyway, let's get started.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Tell me about
How
it.
Stego Got His Groove Back is actually on Kindle Unlimited.
Fuck right. What
Fucking
the
buying that
shit?
now.
I've now downloaded it to my Kindle. I will be reading it tonight
God.
and telling you what I think of this book.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Oh, and those who do not fit into the above category.
Wait, there we go.
Do not count.
Those who do not count.
Those who do not fit into the above category, sir.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
Superstar. Tyrannosaurus 6.
Let's let Ian do his fucking intro. Crumbs. Oh man.
I'm going to start again. Good evening.
Dinosaur erotica.
Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, those who do not fit into the above categories, and people who like dinosaur erotica.
I'm an 8-book series.
How did they get 8 books out of this?
There are Tyrannosaurus.
Oh my god.
Welcome to the IC9 broadcasting system. Before we get banned.
The T-Rex is like, "Can you out, mate?" Okay.
I'm going to do the intro.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry, Ian. Fuck.
Right, we will be good.
Dungeons and Dragons Harbourlight.
Yay.
I'll bring it up on multi-screen.
Dinosaur porn
Oh
edition.
my god. What?
Guys, I remind you, you've seen my audience.
Oh,
Don Juan!
Don Juan Velociraptor.
No! Why?
Oh my god.
All I want for Christmas is a Utah Raptor.
Oh,
It's a Christmas dinosaur porn story.
The
Why?
This sounds very much like Chuck Tingle stuff. His Chuck Tingle stuff is absolutely fucking hysterical.
He's not anything like Mr. Richard Cheese, is he?
Pounded by the pound. And it's literally a pound coin with a sexy gent's face on
They weren't the ones that did what's it? Taken by Clippy or
I
something.
believe so,
Oh
yes.
god.
He releases a couple of these books every year. Like, actually, no, I think it might be one of them.
Oh Jesus Christ! These these books are
It's an age book series.
Are they getting? They're a bit weird.
I've
They
just
weren't a bit weird by the title.
I just read 2 pages of the sample text for Triceratops and Bottoms, and page 2 says she watched a hologram. She watched his hologram played. She was in the middle of a group of bisexual alien races, locked in the most frantic orgy she has ever experienced.
What?
Okay. This
Why?
is why we don't like adult fan fiction.
No, we
Get
don't.
published.
My god.
Hello, person who is stuck with us through this conversation.
I'm so sorry.
No, you
We're
don't.
not.
No. Well, you might not be. I am.
We left off
Jeez.
last week with our. Oh, in fact, let me introduce all of my facts.
Yes.
Hi, folks.
Made it fucking time.
I'm Vic, and I will be joined tonight by my wonderful players and this lot of reprobates.
You love it.
To be fair, that is a great title. Anyway, I'm going to start with Jin because you seem more rational.
And that's saying something.
James is looking a bit rough this week.
James, you've aged.
Rock paper round.
Rough paper.
Triple H, course.
Hi, I'm Jin. I'm playing Noxus, the Genasi Warlock.
There you go.
That remarkably looks like a teacup.
Yes, because it's
It'll
technically
do
the model from the other campaign.
Next up, we have.
I'm Dave, and I am playing
Not noticed.
Ringer, the dwarf forge cleric.
Yes, he's a forge cleric now, not a light cleric.
He decided he wanted to try out a different one after having a read through, and also it's his first time playing a cleric, so I said it's
Yeah.
only level 3, that's fine. By the way, if anybody else is thinking of retooling stuff, now's the time to do it.
I'm not, no. Hello, I am Edward, and I am playing. Is it getting it from there?
Sort of.
This is Kazimoto. Thank you, Jim. Kazimoto Ichiro, the thank you, Air Genasi Samurai from this world's version of Japan.
Who's going to shoot Lawrence for being a dick?
American. Yes.
Next up, we have.
Lawrence, and I play Captain Baby Gino, the Wood Elven monk. And you can see it.
Okay.
Right.
He's a bit racist, monk.
Finally, we have, of course,
Me. I'm Toby. I am playing Braden, the Hobgoblin Barbarian.
If you hadn't
Yes.
had the camera, you'd have been a crotch
we
goblin.
had to.
He is a crotch goblin.
We've had to point out to Dave.
Not the knob goblin.
I am a Hobgoblin.
No,
The knob goblin.
no, it's a goblin though.
Goblin.
We've had to point out to Dave that hobgoblins in D&D are different from hobgoblins in
In-
Warhammer.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Because you've just done a straight up goblin.
Yeah. I will read. Oh, I've got the other one somewhere. Right, get
they
that
are
paper.
red.
Maybe just paint over the green. Yeah, I've got a spare one, so you can have two.
I saw a very funny
This is when you do.
Yeah.
on the
When he
subject
sees
of goblin jokes. I saw a very funny character in another Let's Play. His whole thing it revolves around him cracking goblin jokes. He is a goblin. They were in the Feywild, and for passage through their territory, the Fey in question demanded his best joke, and he could never tell it, and it was the Mind Goblin joke, and he just couldn't do the punchline. It's just perfect.
Alright then. So, we left off last week, these guys having gone to a party. However, they're not there to simply entertain themselves and have a bit of fun. No, you have a job to do.
I mean, I am.
You do know that just sounded like a tagline from Blind Date.
Also, it does sound like a bit of a dirty format.
We've had enough of that already with all these bloody dinosaur things.
I'm sorry, it's just too funny.
I'm sure.
Note to self: never trust Toby.
And you've got a, you've got a,
There you go.
and you've got to remind yourself of this.
Yes.
But why?
Why?
You guys had just gone into the party itself, and I now have a map for you. Now,
Oh, it's not a map.
I will
Who's carrying
explain
Jin?
this map to you.
Who's carrying Jin?
Oh, yes.
Yo, how are we dealing with that
Can I
these
have a
days?
charisma save, please?
Oh, charisma saves.
We said if you get his character this time, you get a pair of Croc shoes.
That
Ah.
would be.
That's what you said.
I get inspiration.
Oh well, I think I know who's holding James.
I got inspiration too.
Oh, you also got inspiration. You rolled a nat 1.
Who's got the higher modifier?
I've only got +1.
You're not going to be carrying them all. You will be. What have you got?
5.
Excellent.
10.
I thought I rolled crap 12.
All of you are unaware that James has turned into a small plush doll.
I think we've got one upstairs.
Small plush dog.
Which, Lawrence, your character unconsciously puts in a place where it can be viewed, but it's easy for you to carry. So where would you like to automatically put it?
That's not easy to view.
Also, it has to be visible.
Is it got Velcro on the inside? Could you Velcro onto his shoulder? What an idea!
It's got to go into a pocket.
I'll put it into a satchel.
Okay, so it's
So
okay, now
the,
you-
the
Fucking
GTA.
friendly.
Excellent. Right then, if you would like to put yourselves, oh, actually no, let me explain the map to you first. So I'm not sure how well this is being picked up for people at home. So you know what? I'll put some light on it to make it a little bit more obvious while I do this. So
Oh, should I turn on the actual light?
no, we should be okay for now. We'll keep that for later on. That is not helping in the slightest. No, try the main light.
Maybe if we all put our lights on.
No, yeah, that should be a bit better. Yeah. Okay, so you guys have come up in an elevator here, and you have gone out into
Bollocks. I tried to catch it.
Yeah, no, it's.
Where is it?
Like that.
Oh, that was gonna be really cool if I'd caught it, but no, I just fucking fumbled it.
So
Disgraceful.
You rolled a 1.
I did. I rolled it.
Oh, man.
you guys are heading out of the elevator into a large open area. This makes up the majority of the place that you're going into. So this area here is wide open with glass windows looking out in all of those directions. It's a nice bright open area. You also have a glass curve going up towards the top of the building. So this place is wide open. There are a pair of staircases to either side which sweep upwards above you to a landing area on the floor above.
Oh, like a mezzanine.
Yes. And there are rooms that come off of the mezzanine which are sealed off. So there. We've got to put windows on. Never mind. You also have a number of doors which come off of here. This one is marked as the bathroom. This one is marked as servants area. And these are marked alternatively as the dining room and the lounge. There are sofas and things spread around the area. They are kept clear of the central area where a large dance floor has effectively been set up. There are musicians setting up over here, and there also appears to be a microphone stand and speakers being set up here.
Is the butler around?
Butler is around organising things.
Can we ask where we need to set our stuff up to?
Certainly, if you approach her.
Stuff. It's just me.
Yeah, none of you brought any stuff with you, so
Excuse me, I'm loaded for bear. I have my sword, my pistol, and my rifle.
Don't you have your conjugate thing?
I have my loot.
How do you oh, you got yours in and walking stick in.
you need
Yeah.
to get that with you.
I know.
That's concealed, but the
Didn't you
pistol and the rifle.
Somehow wing a target that spins.
No, he didn't.
No, I didn't. No. Did we think about that at all or
No.
not?
No, you
He
did
did
not.
ask you on the
Okay.
way there how you were going to like perform with no equipment and no
Yeah.
pre-planning.
Oh yes. No, but I was actually coming up with that. It's mostly involving food, to be perfectly honest.
You're going to shoot apples or what?
Well, I'm gonna try and slice a thrown apple in half with the sword.
Impressive if you pull it off.
Yeah, if I can pull it off. I'm gonna shoot the nut off the apple on the head of the volunteer. So William Tell plus, basically, and this was going to be a me and James thing, but this is just going to have to be a thing that happens. He was going to do like the stage magic stuff. So, with your permission, I will produce a deck of cards from his inventory or whatever, if that's okay. Pick a card, any card. They pick the card. The whole pack gets thrown in the air, and I shoot the card that they've chosen.
That's really impressive. That glass greenhouse.
He didn't seem to give a fuck.
Giant holes in it.
Also, mending exists.
This man is also very, very rich.
Yeah. Also, he's like an Eldritch Warlock patron, so I doubt
Have
he
you got a
cares that
low
much.
damage pistol?
No. The minimum damage I can do is a D8.
Because otherwise I could catch it.
Yeah, that would be very impressive. Can you? You can do that now, right? Maybe we can incorporate that into the trick. Okay,
You
cool.
can always ask if anyone's got a 2-2 pistol.
Tell you what, we could do the whole Brendan. No, not Brendan. What was the guy that caught bullets in his teeth? But we could do that for reals. Because it's D&D.
Okay. I'm going to shoot it at him.
This is where you blow his head off.
That one, you just fucking brain him.
No, that 20.
Yeah.
And then roll an 8.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck. Oh, jeez.
How many hit points do you have at the moment? 25?
25.
Yeah, you can't.
25.
You can't outright.
I can't completely kill you, yeah.
You can blow a chunk of his health out.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's why he's here.
Got medical aid. Yeah. What do you guys wish to do? Do you wish to speak to the butler about where you put your son?
Yeah. Probably a good idea.
You head over to her. She is sorting some stuff out, but what do you wish to say to her?
What is her name again? I know we got her name somewhere. Alright, I thought we had her name, apparently we don't. Excuse me, where can we drop off our things for tonight's festivities?
Of course. If you'll follow me, she leads you through the library into this area here, which is apparently sort of a study or storage area, and appears to be used more as a storage area at the moment.
Okay.
You can see there are various musical instruments, there's some equipment, there is a table that's been set out with a very ornate tablecloth and a large glass orb at the centre of it.
Okay, right, like scrying equipment.
Can
Well-
I cast disenchant on?
Let,
Well, that's fine.
let's have an Arcana check on that then, because fuck it. That'll be a 13.
14. Yeah, this is certainly one that could be used for that kind of magic. It certainly would serve as a focus for casters who can use it war.
Mm-hmm.
But you also know it's popular with like people who do seances and stuff like that. It isn't necessarily real.
Mm.
So could be real, could be shyster.
Yeah.
Oh no, Eric Decora.
Right. If you just give me a second, I need to find where some of my notes have gone.
You're right there, too.
Uh-huh.
What is it? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, mate. I was wondering if that was the nuts or if one of the cats.
Yeah,
had
no,
shit.
I was wondering that. No, I'm sat here.
Supposedly steak flavour.
I don't believe that for a second.
I just don't like the smell of nuts.
Ironic, really.
It's weird because I also don't like bananas either.
Do you like cucumber?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, there you
I like the big, thick, girthy ones.
go. Of course, naturally.
Aubergine?
Aubergine, good
It's too
God.
big.
And not correctly shaped, really, is it?
there's nothing wrong with a good curved one.
It's not the curve, it's more the fact that there's a huge bulbous end and it really just tapers down towards the base. It's just not. That's not what you want, is it?
I don't know. It could be. That could be fun.
Well, if anyone's gonna know,
It's gonna be me.
it's gonna be you.
Ooh.
What are you saying, Ed?
Why is it? What? Oh, God.
Ew.
Looks like washing up liquid.
So, what have we got this week on Dave's quest to join me in the diabetes camp?
Do you
So
think it
I
looks like
just-
iron brew?
I decided that normal
Kinda does.
Lucozade isn't like sugary enough, so I've gone with Lucozade Alert. It's a high caffeine, high sugar.
It does smell like Lucozade, in fairness.
I went for the original flavour.
Mm.
There are several others that can follow in the following weeks.
But-
It says it helps reduce tiredness because it's got vitamin B3.
It reduces tiredness. It's probably got 23 grams of sugar in it.
Okay, sorry.
I'm very disappointed.
Oh, no, sorry.
19.
19.1.
Right. The butler's name, by the way, while I am here.
160 milligrams of caffeine. There we go.
Yes, I'm sure.
I'll keep you awake for days. I don't have caffeine.
You don't have it at all. Oh, God.
Apart from when I
Speaking
squeeze
of-
tea bags out.
Speaking of caffeine.
You know when we were going through the spells last week, they were cantrips, weren't they?
Yes, yeah. When me, you and Ian, we
Yeah.
were going through the cantrips.
That's right.
I don't have the butler's name.
Bugger.
Because you didn't ask it.
Oh,
They
Freddy.
can just be butler.
No, I don't think we ever
For the
did that.
moment. No.
It was just the butler.
Yeah.
As she shows us the room, I asked, what can we call you?
You may refer to me as the butler. Or, if you insist, you may refer to me as Miss.
I was waiting for it to go, Miss Butler.
She's half her, wouldn't you?
Her name is Bo Utler.
Can I throw my bottle at him?
Do
It's
what
empty.
you wish, love.
Is it glass?
Whee!
Is
That's a
it,
good job.
is it a glass?
Butler to
Get it back.
Mr. Green.
No. Because I can't be asked to move.
Well, ask me and I'll get you.
James says it's a shock, we haven't died yet.
It's a shock we haven't died
So-
yet.
You put your equipment away in that
Mhm.
cloakroom.
Well,
Well, but
my equipment, I mean my rifle. I'm keeping my cane on me and
you can
affecting
see
a limb.
that
in
there
my
are a
revolver.
variety of other people here as well. I already mentioned some of them, but there's going to be a few more people come in.
Are we the only entertainment?
No. Other things. There is live music, a demonstration of advanced technologies, a poetry recital, dancers, and a tarot reading.
Arrow reading. I
And
see.
later, a sing.
A seance. Mm.
Is there anybody there?
The
Once
spirit
for
is
yes,
speaking!
twice for no. One,
off, you
two,
know
no.
Question. Have we seen Mr. Greaves bobbing about in all of the milieu of people?
Mr. Greaves, remind me who.
The host.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he hasn't been around.
Okay. In that case, I will ask.
I think him as Luciden.
What's it? Oh, Luciden. Luciden Greaves.
Luciden's Greaves.
Okay.
It's type.
Oh, I
Lucid
see.
then your bottle.
We only got Mr. Greaves as the.
His full name, which you can ask if you wish,
Mhm.
is Aragar Luciden's Greaves.
Okay.
There is a bit which he doesn't put out as well.
How are we spelling that? Don't say badly.
I will put it into Discord.
Okay.
I think he was just ignoring that joke.
Think a bit for yourself.
And now that we know that the cupboard is there, it's a useful place that you can go and take your invisibility potion without it being,
Why have I got to take it?
or whoever's taking it.
Yeah, whoever ends up taking Le Potion. We've got Le Potion, all the recording gear
Yep.
in the same briefcase, haven't we? And that is now in the storeroom.
Yep.
Right.
So,
There aren't any
James,
identical looking
No one else can open the door, can
briefcases, are there?
we? Pick up the wrong one. Oh, shit. Can...
I'll roll.
Paper.
I'll say if it's under a 5, there is actually one. It's the same. Did not stay up. 6.
Cool. Close.
And there are a couple that
He was rolling a d4.
Where have you put it in the Discord, mate? His
I
full
haven't put
name.
it on yet. I'm
Oh,
still loading.
God's sake, Ed, can't we?
Sorry. I just assumed as we made our way
No, I
onto
got
a different
distracted when I
subject.
set up something and I got.
Oh.
So, Send Leaves is now in Discord.
I think Ed wanted a cup of tea just now.
Oh,
Yes, please.
Which means everybody else will want one too.
Not me.
So, I'm waiting to.
Special tea bag.
What do you guys wish to do while you're here? Setting up. I've got to do something. Give me 1 second.
They haven't heard anything you've been saying, have they?
They have. It's just going to be slightly muffled.
Mother truckers.
It will be
All
reflecting
that
off of his-
energy put into those jokes, and they didn't even hear it properly.
To be fair, that means they did miss majority of the dinosaur stories.
Oh no! What a shame.
Maybe we should try and get hold of the author and see if he'll sponsor the stream.
She might do.
Could you
Do not tempt me.
Was their name Lola Faust or
Yeah.
something like that, wasn't
Do not tempt me because I could do with the money.
it?
We all sat there going, we all read.
I mean, I'm definitely reading one of them tonight.
And this episode is sponsored by Lola Faust,
And her
Dinosaur,
perverse
full
dinosaur.
the perverse dinosaur.
Do you like Jurassic Park and Pornhub? We've got...
Do you think the story of Titanic would be better with scales?
Oh god.
Paint me like your T-Rex girls.
Once more you open your cloaca.
Oh god. Jesus.
Right,
Right,
moving on.
back to the fucking game. I'm going to ask the butler where Mr. Reeves currently is.
Mr. Greaves is preparing himself for the party and will be down in a few minutes. He might well be.
Very popular with the upper classes. Genuinely, at this moment in time, very popular.
He swears by Mr. Kellogg's... Oh, sorry, it wouldn't be Kellogg in this
No, it
one.
wouldn't be Kellogg, but in the real world,
He
legit,
swears by Mr. Karush's yogurt enemas.
genuinely a thing.
He'd take a pint of yogurt, half a pint you'd eat, half a pint you wouldn't eat, but it would go inside you.
Mm-hmm.
He had a special machine that did 15 litres of water per hour.
Comes back out curdled.
Yeah, it would, wouldn't it?
The Kellogg's guy was insane.
He was
I
a
think
proper
they're bad enough
nut
now.
Yeah, he
An
was.
actual proper nut
The
job.
worst bit was there was actually some genuine good health food advice in there as well. It's
Yeah,
just
but it was like 5% of his overall
Yeah.
craziness.
And then he went and became a eugenicist as well.
Yes,
It's
yeah,
like-
that was also a thing that he did. Yeah.
It was a bit snap, crackle, and pop.
Two-pacer.
Very
That's
good.
bad for you, isn't it?
Two-pacer.
I ate that for years, and now every morning when I get up, my body goes snap, crackle, and pop whenever I try to move.
Fair point.
Right.
Yeah, you used
Yeah.
to eat when you're growing up as well. Look what's done to you.
There you go.
I just prefer Cocoa Pops. Anyway,
So,
Would never allow them.
Other theories
Makes
are
makes it
available.
makes another.
other series now available. Is there such a spell as locate person, perchance?
yes, there are spells like locate creature, but you would have to actually have it in your spell list.
Yeah, and I assume at a higher level. Than we
I believe
currently
it's like a 3rd level spell.
I
Yeah,
have
it's higher than
locate
we currently
object. So
Hmm.
I can describe
Oh.
or name an object.
are.
So I can
We
go
know what we're looking for.
exactly.
Fucking kobold eggs.
Yes.
While we're just bimbling about,
Mhm.
can maybe just me and thee find a quiet corner to cast locate object? Yeah, as long as the butler's fucked off. If she hasn't,
Well,
we'll have to wait.
if you will
but-
wait there while you guys are in the back room.
Mhm.
I can go to the toilet and cast it.
Perfect. Yeah, that'll do
As
it.
long as you don't bug it all at the same time, that'll be a stream.
You are informed that there are also toilets upstairs, should they be required. Given that there's so many people at this party.
Yeah. So I reckon that's probably a solid.
So that do we stand out?
preparation.
You guys are wearing fancy-ass suits. There isn't a full quotient of people here yet, but they are also all wearing fancy-ass suits or dresses or gowns or whatever is appropriate. And more people are starting to filter in. You can see there is a female tiefling, a very red tiefling, who's over by the bar, which is set up to one side of this room. I'm going to say it's to the opposite side to the bar, to the musicians, because nobody trusts musicians with alcohol. It's true, they don't.
What's going to be like that for?
There is a Warforged
Oh, yes, there is a Warforged.
who was standing over by the windows, if I remember correctly. There is a... Oh, yes, there is a male Loxodon who is wearing a somewhat Hironadic... a smart Hironadic outfit.
Sorry.
I thought that's my pleasure toilet.
No. What does Hironadic mean?
Hironidic is from the Hironidic League.
Oh, India, right, okay. Well, that makes sense. Oh, that's why the firm guy was a Loxodon. Because colonialism.
The firm guy was a Gir.
No, it wasn't. He was a Loxodon. What you told us.
If you're thinking of Green, he's not a member of the firm.
Oh, well, I'm thinking of him.
No, he's not. He's not a member of the firm. He doesn't work with them.
I was
He
going
is
to
a
say, he
member.
definitely works with them.
No, the firm are and humans and a
Oh,
mixture of other things.
Surely Loxodon
What are
could be in there somewhere.
Warforged?
I mean, yeah.
What are Warforged?
Yeah.
Warforged is robots.
Ah.
basically.
They are created, or they were created, to protect a particular part of the world. I've forgotten the name of it off the top of my head, but suffice it to say, it's the equivalent of real-world Andorra.
Yeah. Oh, in here. Right, I see.
So they are kind of unusual, and they do have the ruling I have that in this world, when a Warforged dies, their body self-repairs and a new personality forms over the course of about a month.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
So no Warforged is ever truly permanently dead, but they suffer a death of personality. And it also resets their skills back.
Oh, right.
But they will get some residual memories.
Oh, so they kind of get like the reborn feature then.
Almost, but it doesn't have the bonuses.
Is that as long as they're not like taken to pieces by whoever killed them?
They're repaired.
Okay.
Their bodies self-repair.
They got the Deadpool effect.
Have you seen that?
Huh?
Have you seen that?
I have, yes.
The
Very much enjoyed
The
it.
only way you could permanently kill a Warforged in this one is disintegrate.
Mhm.
Right from the start.
Yeah, it was.
Anyway, so yes, these are various people. There's also the there is a GIF here, a female GIF who is draped over a lounging sofa,
Mm-hmm.
wearing a very fancy outfit. And there's somebody who you might recognise coming in. There's a male halfling steps in the door, flanked by a very large hobgoblin gentleman who appears to be a bodyguard.
Where do we know them from? Are they someone we've done the job for already?
You can all make me a street smarts check or a history check, depending on what you think is better. You have advantage on this because you're from this city. That was to Jin, for anybody who couldn't see that.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Because I leant over rather than saying
What was it on history? Or what was it?
street smarts towards the bottom.
Then add an alphabet.
Oh, wow. Amazing.
I'm
16.
That's pretty good. I'll come back to you in a minute.
17.
That's also pretty good. What's that?
Street smarts. I've got a +4, so
That's pretty good. Ed,
That'll be a whole 6 on the
you've
street smarts.
never seen this person before.
I can't remember it.
16 on street smarts.
That's pretty good.
8.
That's not so great. So, you two will definitely know who this person is, but you won't get quite as much information as the local will. You guys know that this guy's a local politician.
Huh.
He's been around in local political circles.
This is one of the briefcases.
You can't remember who exactly it is off the top of your
I'm
head.
not entirely sure this wasn't the guy that we nicked the tanks for.
This is a halfling.
we didn't
Oh,
steal
a
his.
halfling.
We didn't steal his.
Was it?
We nicked his car then. We nicked his car.
This is the mayor. You didn't get enough to get all of his name, but you'll know his name is something like Lightfoot. Something Lightfoot. So yeah, the mayor is here. And after a minute, stepping behind him,
We know the police commissioner.
there is an illithid.
Oh, sugar. Okay.
Sugar, honey, iced tea.
What do we know about illithid in this world?
In this world, the illithid have had to be integrated into society to the best of their ability, which they weren't exactly happy about, but they can't hide in the Underdark anymore because the Underdark is dead.
Ah,
So, like the Drow, they've had to come to the surface and accept integration into society. Generally speaking, they have a very, very small population because, well, they still have to eat.
and they exclusively dine on sentient brains, correct? Lovely.
However, every society
Well,
needs its executioners.
Yeah, I was going to say, surely they work in prisons. Yeah.
I was going to say, well,
Or they make great soldiers. All the brains you can eat on a Civil War battlefield. I'm sure you know about that.
And plenty of intelligence gathering opportunities.
Ah, I see. So Illithid have sort of found their niche as the executioners and spy masters of the world, have they?
There's other ranks that they can go into as well. But that's the general
Politics, I imagine.
Yeah.
that's the general opinion of them. All of you can make me a. This would be a history check. This would not be street smarts.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Let me know if you get above a 18, because this is fairly niche knowledge.
13.
No.
5.
No.
14.
Vaguely familiar, but
Ooh, 19.
come back to you in a minute.
Hey.
Alright, still 9.
Yeah, you have no idea. So, for you, vaguely familiar, but illithid, you recognise not only the this guy's image, but you also recognise the pin he's got in his lapel, which marks him out as an FRG senator.
FRG meaning.
Federated Republics of Galentine.
Oh shit!
So he's a politician.
He's an American senator, basically.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay.
So this guy is probably your local senator.
Oh shit! Do they have the same system that the modern US have? So he's one of the 2 senators for Harbourlight state. Fucking hell! Wow! How the hell did he get elected?
Very competent.
Oh, fair. Wow.
If you were going to vote for somebody, are you going to vote for somebody who is guaranteed to be incredibly intelligent, self-interested, but is honest enough to admit that? Or are you going to vote for the unknown?
Well, if 2016 is anything to go by, the unknown. So,
Oh, this is the early 20th century, so.
well, yeah, true.
Oh, sorry. At this point, it would be the
Early
18th.
Yeah, 18th century. It's always one more than the number.
I always forget that. Anyway, yeah, there's the senator.
Wow, sugar. Okay.
In terms of other species, there's a dwarf, a gnome, the warforged I mentioned earlier. There is an Asimar, who you recognise as Asami B, the woman you the woman you met on the tank job.
That's a neat
Oh, there is actually a Lupin as well.
Yes. Okay. So,
Can I go and say hello to Asami Fee and see if she recognises us?
Yes, she is currently standing with a older human male, looks like he's in his 50s, and she turns to face you. Ah, yes. Pleasure to meet you. I'm somewhat surprised to see you here.
Oh, we're here for entertainment purposes and
I wasn't aware that was your purview.
not generally.
Branching out?
It's more of a
Bob's a bob, innit?
it's more of a favour after a job.
Very well. Allow me to introduce you to my employer before he insists upon me doing so. He immediately sticks out a very large hand to you and shakes your hand painfully hard. Johnson Dale Lee, pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Johnson Dale Lee.
Am I to understand that you know my? She leans in. Oh, you helped me out with that little matter with the.
Yes, we got your.
He leans in conspiratorially. The tank. His voice does not drop. His voice does not drop at all.
So he's me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we help with your transport requirements.
That was very much appreciated. Yet, I understand you got a good price on it too. Well done.
Incidentally, we know where there's another one if you ever need one. Not as in good condition, but...
Well, I don't need one yet, but I'll keep that in mind for... Wait, you're not talking about the one at the Mad Cat place?
Oh, I mean, we are, yes.
I had to eliminate that one. Too much rust.
Fair enough.
Plus, he uses it to store, like, mustard gas cylinders, and I don't want anything
good
to do with that.
God, no, absolutely
Not after what happened to my son.
Oh.
I'll make myself sad.
But anyway,
Well,
How about a drink instead? That,
I think I can get behind that idea.
yeah.
and if you ever need us for anything again, you know how to contact us. So.
Of course, Esme will give you a bell if I need any help with anything else. Much appreciated.
Right. What was his name again?
His name is Johnson Dale Lee, I believe.
Yep. Johnson don't need the photos.
Oh,
John-
probably is.
Junior. It's always
He
Dale.
just calls himself Johnson Dale Lee. There's probably a junior in there.
Yeah. And he is a what?
Oh, do you want to ask him what he does?
Oh no, I meant his
Oh, he's human.
species. He is a human, just a
Yeah.
big human.
50's human.
I just said to him, what sort of line of...
Big as in he's a bit cubby.
Oh, like in rude health, as one might
Yeah.
say.
He's not like obese, but he is overweight.
Yes.
I said, what sort of line of business are you...
Well, I'm in a variety of things, but my primary interest, of course, is the Dale Lee fruit business.
Right. I've got to do a let's see street smarts on that one if I can.
Yeah, street smarts would be acceptable. History would also be an acceptable one.
I'm going to go for street smarts, just because if he lives in the city, there's probably a branch of the company in the city. What is their general vibe? Well, 13.
Dale Lee is one of the big providers of fruit into the Federated Republic of Galentine, coming in from Sud Galentia, so South America.
Mm-hmm.
At this point in time, that's about all that people know as a rule.
Okay.
Out of game, I will tell you that yes, he is a fruit company operating in South America in the early 20th century.
Yep.
Out of game,
Yep.
that is.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh God.
In game, you don't know how bad that means.
Do I recognise
Out
the
of game, I
name?
don't even know what that means.
1 second, double trying to hear
Do I recognise the name, as in historical?
You can do a history check on it, certainly. Sorry, you were asking.
I said out of game, I don't even know what that means.
Instigated numerous wars and also overthrew multiple governments and killed lots and lots of people and put them into slavery. So
They
it
were
was really
also-
bad.
They were also
Of
the
real
ones
life.
responsible
11.
for the legal definition of tomatoes being a vegetable.
So with an 11,
Even
wasn't
though
that for
but
tax?
It was for tax purposes because botanically speaking, tomatoes are a fruit, but legally speaking, they are a vegetable.
Because they're treated as a vegetable.
Yes, exactly.
So,
in America, at
With
least.
an 11 on history, you know that this is a very big business. It's big money. But that's about it. It's just...
I was more thinking of the surname. Would I recognise it from Carl Walsh?
Oh, no. This is new money. This is new money. This is like... It's new money. That's your interest.
Does he see the little
If you're
stickers?
looking at it from that perspective.
Do we just recognise it from the little stickers on the fruit?
Yeah,
I don't-
basically.
Do they even have little stickers on the fruit?
Not at this point in time, but it will be in the boxes.
Yeah, I say like a big stenciled, sprayed thing on the box. Yeah.
You might get like a stamp on a fruit or something, but you wouldn't get a sticker at this point in time. And also, my knee just cracked. Ow.
Lovely.
So yes, she works for a fruit baron.
Johnson Dale Lee.
You say there's another dwarf in the room?
Yes, it's a male dwarf. He's
Missed that one.
he's a gentleman. Says about yay high. Can somebody convert that into like
What's that, 4 feet?
Where's the other?
Yeah,
There.
4
There.
4 foot?
Yeah,
Not
about
Maddie
4 foot.
class.
Yeah.
And he's
Average height.
a little rotund, but not like massively so.
Well, most dwarves are kind of rotund.
Yeah. The one thing that is very noticeable about him is he is wearing white gloves and a fairly formal suit. Huh.
Do you mind that?
You can ask him that if you wish.
Where is he currently in the
He's
room?
over towards the musicians.
What type of
Okay.
dwarf is it?
Generic dwarf.
Fell dwarf, mountain dwarf, something along those lines.
It's kind of difficult to tell in this world because, generally speaking, most dwarves either have integrated into society to the point where
Those subspecies have kind of become
Generic.
obscure.
Yeah.
Right.
Or
But not Dwayne.
sorry,
He's not.
no, he's not Dwerger.
I will walk up and say hello.
You going to say hello in dwarvish?
Yes.
What do you say?
I say, hello, it's nice to see you.
Oh, well, howdy.
No, he's Texan.
He's a dwarf from the deep south.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance. Did you want an autograph?
Ooh, so he's a famous
Can I
boy.
do a street smart, see if I recognise it?
Certainly.
15.
Ooh.
You think you recognise the voice. You don't place the face, but you think you recognise the voice.
Has it been on radio?
Musician.
Oh, singer.
Not after any autographs or anything, just sort of want to say hello.
Oh, well, if you don't mind, I'm just getting set up here and getting ready for my performance.
Yeah.
I like to make sure I fully know what the acoustics are like in the place.
It must be quite unique having a glass ceiling.
Well, I've done a few performances around the place, the Crystal Palace, all those sort of things.
Oh, he's a big time musician then.
So I've dealt with glass before, although glass this high up, I must admit, is that's a first. Don't know about you, but I'm not a fan of the view from up here.
Oh, what? Dwarves. Dwarves. Not
No.
fans of heights, historically speaking.
No, I've been up here before. It takes a little bit of acclimatising too.
Indeed. Kind of wish I could get away from staring away from the windows, but now.
Don't worry about staying away from the windows, mate. If you do fall, I'll catch you.
How?
Is my hair shiny at all? Have I a hat?
Did you not shave it off?
I don't know. I don't know if I've done that yet or not. I think I was saving that till
Okay.
when
So you were just
something
using
actually
your
happened.
So yeah, your hair is good.
In that case, if I was... Oh no, I had a hat on for the job,
Yeah.
so people didn't know I was an agent.
Okay.
See, that's what it was.
So yeah, you've got your hair.
So I point to the fact that my hair is waving. And ever met an air genasi before?
Never had the pleasure, friend.
Let's just say I can make the fall a lot more comfortable and not result in death.
Feather fall.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, I've heard of that. I had a colleague who said he could do that once. Stupid idiot dived straight off that great big tower in the Ghosten capital. I can never remember.
Oh, La Tour Eiffel? Is that what it's
I
called
can't
in this
remember
one?
what I've called it in this one.
Yeah. I just went with the normal French, but yeah.
But yeah, stupid idiot dove off of that saying he could do it, and well, he got hit by a pigeon on the way down and lost concentration.
That would do it. That would do it. That is unfortunate.
Yeah, particularly since he was holding me for the bet.
Ah, well. Ooh.
More for me for placing the bet before he jumped.
Yeah. Lost your friend and your money. Yeah, that's never a good day.
Friends.
Acquaintance?
Yeah,
Let's just go with acquaintance.
he was a bit of an ass, but he was a good wingman.
Kasimoto, I'm new to town.
He
No, bless you.
shakes your hand and tells you that his name is Karl Rosenbach.
Carl Rosenbach. Oh, well. I assume we're spelling that with a K, considering he's a dwarf.
No, actually, it's with a C. But you don't know that, so.
Well, more fool than me.
Yeah. I said to him, well, we're new in city and we're getting into logistics, so if you ever need anything.
Oh, keep that in mind. You got a company card?
Logistics and procurement.
I'm feeling
You got a
Yes.
company card?
Not quite yet. We're a very new business.
Well, I
honestly.
recommend you get them as soon as you can. It's always a useful feature.
We'll do our best, yeah, certainly. But tonight we're just part of the entertainment. All of us have some unique skills from our previous holdover jobs.
Logistics and entertainment. That's a combination. Wait. No, I've seen some of the people around here. We're not talking like you ship firearms around in like musician cases, are we talking here?
Can I do an insight check to see if he's chill with this?
Yeah.
With that line of work?
Come with that, Tim.
as well, actually, seeing as I'm part of the
right.
translation.
I'm actually going to use my fucking inspo on that because 3 is not good enough.
See.
That's slightly better. That's a 12.
What did you get?
I got a nat 1. I'm just checking. I think I used my inspiration last week.
I think you did.
Yes, I did. So that's a
You
nat
give
1.
inspiration. You give inspiration.
But
Don't mind me.
he doesn't have to accept it. If he wants to use this to get an extra inspiration, gets an extra. So you got a 12.
12.
He seems pretty chill.
Okay.
He's
Yeah.
not like accusatory. It's more like sort of, are you like gangsters? He's basically asking.
Well, at the opening,
No.
yeah. So the opening stages of our career as such methods of transportation, yes.
I try not to get too involved in that area, but I've been known to do the odd gig for, Tanaventis and the like.
Ah, the Tanaventis in this world are the what mob?
Street smart for me, please.
That will be 16.
That's pretty good.
11.
It sounds Ceruginian, maybe associated with the Marians. With you,
Which is to say, oh, sorry.
Let's say we do. That'd be lucky.
you know that this would be Marians, which is the mob,
Mm-hmm.
the mafia, as we would know it in our world.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that that's one of the two big families in this town. There are smaller families as well, but the two big ones are the Tanaventis and the Maravincis.
Okay. Tanaventi and Maravincis, did you say?
Yes.
I also point out to them that we do just help with logistical issues when necessary. They
As
don't
I
have to
say,
be.
It's not normally something I need to call on, but if I do,
For example, if you need to get out of the city because you're hiding from fans or anything.
or the husband.
Yeah.
Been there, my friend.
Yeah, I suppose I can always keep that in mind. Where would I contact you?
I'll explain that for now. Where we say that. I mean,
Go for the cafe.
yeah.
Yeah.
Explain that we're currently operating out of the cafe.
Hey, write that down.
Mm.
I'll keep that in mind if I need to.
Be assured of our professionalism, I can tell you that much.
And discretion.
Mm.
Well, I don't know about that. You just came right up to me and started talking.
Well,
We're in good company here, I gather.
Well, I don't know about that.
Mm.
One of the police people just stepped in. He took off some turns around.
Ah. Well, speaking of the man that just stepped in, or
Yes.
the person what just stepped in,
Stepping through the door, there is a male human.
oh,
male human.
He looks to be in his, you would guess, mid-50s.
Quite young chap.
It's human, so no, not so much. He is wearing a fairly nice suit, but it's sized for a guy a little bit smaller than him. So it may be that this is a suit he's had for a little bit.
okay.
And back home, I'm not buying any more uniform.
He doesn't look like he's poor, but he doesn't look quite as rich as everybody else around him.
But he's here, which implies status. So, street smarts, if I may?
You can. It's going to be very difficult. This would
Status
be
form
easier
has
one
one.
for you.
Pardon?
This would be an easier one for you because you're local.
Did you roll my dice?
Of course. Where is it? Oh, the other side of the pint glass.
13.
No, I'm afraid you don't recognise him.
Boy, down street smart.
That's a 15 for me and a dirty 20 for
That is
Dave.
cocked, I'm afraid. Sorry. That's pretty good though.
15 and dirty 20.
Right, I'll come back to you in a minute. I'm afraid that's not enough.
Fair enough.
8. I'm afraid that's half of what she needed.
Oh no.
19.
That is enough, actually. So you two, yeah, you had to get a 16. They had to get an 18. So with a 19 and a 20, dirty 20, you guys are aware that this is the police chief.
Ooh.
His name is Damien Von Dock, and he is the police chief of Harbourlight. He's probably, considering he's here,
Dirty.
maybe a little bit. Not like filthy dirty, but
Still.
he'll turn a blind eye to certain things. If you start murdering people, he'll arrest you. If you're smuggling small amount of essence in for personal use, he's
Killing kobold eggs.
You've turned
do you know about that?
I mean, this man is. This guy, Mr. Greaves, is filthy rich, so
Mhm.
I'm sure that amount of money would grease even the most clean of palms.
There is a young woman who is chatting with a man in a suit, and she's then heading over towards the dance floor. You can hear that as she walks, there is tapping.
Is that from? Oh, she's probably a tap dancer, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She is a half elf.
One sugared caffeinated tea.
Oh. Wait, decaffeinated?
No, caffeinated.
Oh, caffeinated. I was going to say, you filthy, disgusting man you are.
That's just Lawrence tea.
I know, yeah, he has that, which is fair enough.
There you go.
You don't inflict decaffeinates on somebody who doesn't have to have it.
That's one with 77 sugars for you.
Thank you.
I just put some of those sugar tablets you get, the caffeine sugar ones that people,
Yeah.
students take to put 4 of them in.
I genuinely knew someone that took 7 of them before an exam. He was not doing well. He finished in like 20 minutes. This was an hour-long exam. And then he kind of just sat there like,
Juddering.
just shaking for the other 40 minutes.
Phasing in and out.
Yeah, literally beforehand he had one of the clicky pens and he was like,
Oh shit, that's what I also forgot to bring with me. My father got a whole bunch of weird-ass pens and pencils and stuff,
okay.
and I was going to bring them over and I forgot.
Ah,
So I forgot that and the camera.
well.
So, oh yeah, by the way, if anybody's watching right now, more pity to you for watching us.
Can't wait
Oh,
here.
god damn it, there's a fucking spam bot came in while I was on a different page. Let me just ban them.
Spam bot.
Ban the spam.
Spam bot.
Oh,
How's he
here we
doing?
go. Oh,
He looks mad because you just woke him up.
yeah, he does a little bit. So,
This is crunchy nut, isn't it?
who unfortunately has been a little bit unwell today.
Oh no.
A little bit wobbly.
Actually, yeah, that would make sense. Maybe make sure he gets some water.
Yeah, they put water down all the time.
Yeah, make sure he actually drinks the damn thing.
Mm. We've been to cool Mort down. We've been putting his leggy lips in the freezer for like 10 minutes, and that he perks right up after you've given
I've
him
been
one of
putting ice
those.
cubes in water.
Oh, fair. Yeah, that'll do it.
Do you want a licky lick? I don't know if you've got one actually.
Mum, I'm trying to sleep.
I suggested we actually call him dustbin because any food that doesn't go in the children goes in the dustbin.
Nah.
He's quite willing to eat nearly anything.
Hello, Herman. Snuck in.
Herman's a German.
He's not actually a German, BT dubs. Uncle Herman. Oh,
Right.
that's cute.
Back to the
He
game.
sleeps with them. It's just the most ridiculous size difference ever when you've got a cat like that. and a cat like that.
So, I've lost track of what I was going to say.
The tap dancer was just going up to the thing.
She is heading into the centre and is going to do a couple of tests on the floor, just checking around, seeing how the tapping is, before heading back and chatting away with the person she was chatting with before. Oh, also, I did forget, one of the things you saw in the cupboard back there was also an easel.
An easel.
Mhm.
Okay. Isn't artists painting of the show, is that something that's on the itinerary?
It wasn't mentioned in the thing.
Okay. Maybe that's just a... Was there a painting on the...
Not at the moment. There was a canvas that is next to it, though.
blank?
You didn't get a good enough look.
Can I go back in and have a look?
You would have to speak with the butler.
I've got a is it a Dorian Gray situation going on here? That's the question.
Oh, he discovered the food.
And he's got it all over his face.
As the kitten should.
Yes.
You are the noisiest
Do you
eater.
want me to move your phone so it doesn't get spattered with yogurt?
If I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
think. Yeah.
No, don't chew the packet.
You're not squeezing fast enough.
I'm not letting him put it out. Should have got it up your face. I'm trying to.
Yeah.
There's not much point trying.
Well,
I,
I did say I have. Do you still tweet on X? I don't know.
We don't call it X, it's just Twitter.
Yeah, I have tweeted that we're on, and I put a picture of the kitten up saying cats aren't included.
Oh my god. Crunch, you are the messiest eater in the universe. Fucking hell.
Now he's washing it into himself.
Jesus.
You can hear him from like halfway around the house. All you
Yeah.
no matter what he's eating, you're like, really?
Wait until he's fully grown.
Yeah. He's not actually eating that, he's just spreading it across his face.
You. I gave you a bath yesterday, you knobber.
Well, that's why he's complaining today.
Morg got in the fucking compost bucket yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Horrible.
No.
But should I clean
Genuinely,
it off
it-
my fucking sheet?
He's done shits that smelled more fragrant than he did when he came out of the fucking
So-
compost bucket.
What do you wish to do now?
Well, that's the question, isn't it? It seems like festivities may be about to begin, considering the dancer is there. Mr. Rosenbach, yeah, he's doing his thing.
Do we recognise anybody else in the room? Out of all the people that you've given us?
You could make me a. You could make me a street. Well, in fact, all of you could make me a street smart. Your number will be low
Oh, why would my number be low?
because you're a local.
I get inspiration.
Excellent.
Oh, I'm going to use my inspiration actually.
Okay.
Yay!
18.
18. That's pretty good.
13.
Choose off my sheet,
He's
bitch.
just getting more on it.
Wait,
No,
no,
step
don't
in.
wait, dumbass. Here.
Let me just move your phone out.
Hold the end of the
No, don't pour the phone!
Oh my god.
I'm glad
I
you've
just
just
say to you.
I'm glad you've just written that sheet out.
No, this is the old sheet. Look
Oh
there.
my goodness, it's the old tree.
You got to sit down.
You are thick as shit. Did you cry a bit?
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You are such a bell end. Fucking, you've. Oh, you're so
He's just spreading it around the tree.
you.
He's
Oh, there we
not
go.
He's licking it up.
That's in the kitchen, but
Jesus Christ, Cass.
I will love you, innit, you dumbass.
You're going to clean him up all the things. So.
Yes.
See what
He's like, ew!
my god.
I'll save it up for later. Would you like a shit?
Don't you dare go in my tea.
He did that the other day. I poured a fresh cup of tea, put it on the side, he just walked over and dumped his face in it. He went, I was like, yeah, that's hot.
Ian, Maz incoming.
Finally.
Yeah, but you got it on your paws, you got it on your whiskers, you got it on your eyebrows. I'll let you go to your mother, she'll fucking eat you.
Here we go. You're going to sit on my lap now.
Oh, look, it's Uncle Maz. Your Uncle Twathouse.
Hey, Dick Fish.
Oh, wow.
I was talking to the cat.
Uncle Lenon.
Yeah, sounds about right. Did you enjoy that?
Right.
No, because you had to clean me up.
Locate them eggs, yo.
I will
Find the
excuse
eggs.
myself for a second and go to the toilet.
It's using nails.
And I will. Oh, yeah, he just sits there and.
It's not even. It's just like.
No, it's literally like.
Yeah, it's just.
He takes you to that point of going, ow, but then let's go.
Yeah, and then does it again, and does it
And
again.
you just like,
sat
stop, you know.
God.
And he's
Man,
turned into an
enough.
ankle biter.
Oh, dear.
So yeah, I will excuse myself, go to the toilet, and cast a locate object and look for cobalt eggs.
Locate the object.
Do I get a fimbling feeling?
Oh, what? A fimbling feeling. What is the fimbling?
Rolling Rolls.
Seriously.
What,
You're the same age, you should know the thimbles.
what channel was it on?
BBC?
CBDs.
Yeah.
Remind me?
Like green
Green and yellow, like
I don't know.
Teletubbies, but like. And the magic was to use the fimbling feeling to.
Ah, now I remember. Yeah, now I
the
remember.
fimbling feeling, and they did
I
that.
couldn't
And
have
then
told you that they were called the Thimbles,
Yeah.
not to save my life,
Yeah,
but I do remember them now. Yeah.
That's after brushing it off as well.
In fairness, I think when I was the age that the Thimbles were around, I was mostly watching reruns of like the Magic Roundabout and Bob the Builder. And
When was
things like
this?
We ran out. I remember the original.
that. Yeah, I know you probably do.
Alright,
yeah.
Grandpa.
When was the thimbles around?
When we were approximately the same age, which is
I'll
to
say
say
you'd have
about
been like three,
or
like
four.
2000, 2001.
I was in secondary school.
Yeah, so you definitely wouldn't remember.
Oh, no.
And that was me.
Yeah,
being a
you
mother.
remember a bit as well.
Had two by then.
Through my
Wanted.
kids.
Yeah, I was going to say, well, how old your oldest now?
21 next month.
Right.
Yeah, so you're
So,
5 years.
He,
younger.
he'll
You
remember it.
guys, guys. So, you rolled to see street smarts. Guys and gals.
And people that don't matter.
No.
No,
That was a one-time gag, and that wasn't it.
it wasn't even the guy. I
FYI.
was going to say was don't count as either of those.
Yeah, people that don't count.
I was going to be as either.
We have a special category for the disnumerate.
The disnumerate. Your phone is
Yeah,
falling
that
out
is
your pocket, by the way,
actually
as penance for that.
You shouldn't have told him.
No, I didn't know.
Just sneak it and pass
so-
it around next time.
Your street smarts rolls, people.
Oh, I forgot what you fucking asked. I forgot what you asked
I
me.
think you had 18 to start with.
Oh, was it 18, was it?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Because I remember us having the same score, but hers is going to be a lower DC.
I've forgotten if that was the roll. I'll take it as what it was. So 13.
Again, 18.
No.
That one, excellent. So you get inspiration.
I swear we've rolled more nat ones in this campaign so far than we ever rolled in Meridian. This is
So-
getting
Oh, I'm
ridiculous.
so sorry.
Guys.
Oh, fuck off then.
Please. You two are going to recognise that there are members of a couple of different gangs here. Specifically, you recognise that there is a member of the Tanoventes. That would be the tiefling woman in red.
Oh, okay.
You will also notice that there is a couple of people from the Makala Vincis. Sorry, I said the wrong name earlier. It's
Not Maravincis.
Yeah,
Okay.
Makala Vincis.
No, I can't fit that into the previous.
We
word
haven't-
that I wrote.
You got high enough that you would recognise the name of Carlo Tomasino and Tommy Pegasassi.
Okay, hang on. Carlo
Tomasino.
Tomasino. And
Tommy Pegasassi.
We haven't worked for them yet, have we?
No, you haven't worked for either organisation. You also know that they have beef.
what, these two guys?
Big burgers?
No, the two families.
Oh, between the
The two gangs.
yeah.
They're not at, like open warfare, but they're not fans.
What was the name of the other ones? Is the Tanaventi and the
Marcala Vincis.
Macal O Vincis?
Marcala Vincis.
Cool. And those two names, are they of people that have popped into the
Yeah,
Two
they are
place.
two of the people who are here. The other one, the Tanaventi one, is called Red Rosalina Tovari.
and do we know them so far?
Not personally.
Okay.
You know of them by reputation.
Rosalina Tovari, was it?
Tovari.
And the Carlo and Tommy, are they Macala Vincis?
Yes.
Or and what are they in terms of species?
Tommy is human and Carlo is human. They're both human males.
Is that typical of those gangs from what we know?
The Makaloviches have a mixed bag of humans, tieflings, and Asimar.
Mm-hmm.
They also have some members of other species, but that's rare.
Mm-hmm.
The Tomasinos are a little bit more restricted to like Asimar, tieflings, and humans, but
Okay.
every now and then there's somebody who isn't.
Okay. So of the two, the Macala Vincis are the more sort of
Open.
inclusive of the two gangs.
It's more that they're open to the rest of the world rather than that they're like. It's not
Are
necessarily
they a little
inclusive.
bit more global?
They're more open to new things.
Okay. So one of them is more conservative than the other, you would say. Cool.
One of them's not racist.
Yeah.
Hey,
so-
Newton.
No, which group do you want to go and talk to then?
Also,
You already got the name for
the
it.
dancer was earlier talking to the Tomasino, gentlemen.
Ooh,
So it looks like they know each other. And
relationship there.
they know each other quite well from the way they were talking. So you're locating objects. It takes 10 minutes because you're doing it as a ritual, or are you casting it as a spell?
Casting as a spell.
Okay, so in that case, I believe it only takes a minute, which
I could not say. I've never played a spellcaster.
certainly reasonable.
Apart from in one shots.
Cobalt X. You do, in fact, get a pin,
Curvables.
and I will put a mark on the map where you get the pin. It does give you the exact location.
Kaiju on the table.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kaiju on the table.
By myself.
So locate object says no, that's illusion. Casting time is one action,
So a whole 6 seconds.
Even your spell.
and I can keep it for 10 minutes. So as I walk around, I'll still be getting the feeling. Describe or name an object. All right, yeah, cobalt egg. You sense the direction to the object's location as long as the object is within 1,000 feet of me.
And is that blocked by certain things, which at this moment it is not. I will say that I will give you the exact location because you can triangulate where it is.
The spell can locate a specific object as long as you have seen it up close within 30 feet at least once.
Sorry, he stabbed me in the nipple.
Alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind. So when I say cobalt egg, it will just and that will give
You
you.
don't need to
specific-
locate a specific type of
No.
cobalt egg.
If it's within 30 feet, I'll know where it is. The spell can't locate any object that's stored in thickness of lead, even a thin sheet.
What about other metals?
It just says lead.
Okay, good.
Yeah, specifically implies lead. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
What kid he likes tea.
Yeah,
What are you doing?
He literally
I'm with your
drinks,
tea now.
Are you gonna drink my tea?
Yes, he is.
Are you gonna drink my tea?
and he doesn't care if it's scalding
I
hot.
would
either.
really not let him do
Really
that.
shouldn't do that. No, that's really not a good idea, my dude. Come on, Crunch.
Yeah, that'll keep you up all night.
I think more than a few drops will probably kill him.
I love how fat his belly was.
Oh yeah.
Could eat all the chicken.
Yeah, all the chicken before anybody else realised it was there. It was brilliant. I put out the chicken for all of them, and he just sat there and ate so much of it. I was like,
You don't suppose that he's just
food
food
coma.
coma, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
That's after a Christmas dinner.
you can choose to do what you wish to do now, Revels.
So will I tell exactly where it is if it's within 30 feet?
Yes.
So it's what, that X there.
Yes.
Amazing.
Question.
So there's a toilet in there, isn't there?
There are toilets upstairs, yes.
Question.
Yes.
The maintaining the concentration of a spell, does that produce like effects?
What do you
Because
mean?
you know you can't cast a spell quietly unless you have such a spell. But maintaining concentration on a spell, can one do that surreptitiously?
Yeah.
Perfect. Cool.
I'm sorry. You don't want to be on me, do you? Okay. No, you cooperate. Come on.
If you're going to cooperate,
There we go. So yeah, it doesn't require any external signs that you're maintaining concentration, but if somebody casts like detect magic, they'll see.
Well,
He's such a big boy.
really? Are you taking the piss? You're not as ferocious as you think you are, mate.
shut up, you fucking...
Sorry.
fucking absolutely retarded. It's me.
He does not like it when people tell him to do that.
Well, I mean, we kind of just got to wait for proceedings to kick off, really, don't we?
As a distraction.
Is there the top floor is mostly off limits barring the toilets, correct?
You don't know. Nobody's actually tried to go up there.
Well, in that case, are there any like sort of other servants milling around the top floor or anything?
There aren't servants milling around on the top floor, but on the ground you can see that there is a small catering staff who's getting set up. Plus a bar.
Are there any ropes across the bottom of the stairs stopping us going up?
No.
In that case, I'll just have a little wander up then. I think.
Okay.
Actually, from the top of the.
Not a bad idea.
As you head upstairs, you can see that at the top of the stairs there are 2 rooms marked out as being bathrooms.
Okay. And
Those
that
being
would be...
the one on this side and the one on that side. The one in the middle is not marked with anything.
Okay. Okay.
You're also aware that the doors on this level can be seen from the floor below.
Okay.
I take it
Like clearly seen.
it's in common.
Sorry?
The writing's in common.
It's symbols.
Are they like differentiated by sex? Are they?
Oh, actually, yeah, they would be for the sake of the party. They would be, yeah.
What about the other 4 doors that we've got up here? Have you told us that that's where eggs are, or have you? Not got
As I
around to
come
that
out,
yet?
I will go past and say it's in the room.
Okay. In that case, having a look at the doors, is there anything labelled on any of them at
No.
all? Okay. I'm gonna take a wander this way then.
Yeah.
Ostensibly sort of going to be over here and just sort of gaze upon everything, but while I go I'm going to subtly try some of the doors. As subtly as I
okay.
can, at least.
There is going to be one person who is also up there.
Okay.
There is a male Goliath who is sort of sat at the end in a little chair looking out over the party below.
What, like over here?
Yeah.
Oh, hello. Hello, buddy.
We can take one.
Oh, thank you.
Free cat.
Well, it's not free toilet. It's off.
Yes.
Just when it came in and went, Ed, would you like a cat?
Why
Disappointed
me
I didn't get
specifically,
one.
out of interest?
Make us bud like you.
Oh, hello, buddy. You like me? Oh, that's cute. Hello. Well, I'm here for the rest of the night. So yes, this Goliath. Tell me about him. Does he look like a bodyguard material, or does he look sort of like an old man observing proceedings?
This gentleman is Goliath. He appears to be in his late 50s. He is wearing a upper class formal outfit. But you do notice that I've just dropped the dice on the floor. You do notice that he does have a distinctive feature that he could have. As well as the normal outfit, he does have a stethoscope that's tucked into a pocket.
Oh, okay. And Doctor, does he seem to be
Either that or a safe cracker.
maybe Goliath though?
Shall we go and chat to him?
That's a big old. That's a lot of person to be very surreptitious, but you're not potentially not wrong. What were you going to say?
Shall I go and have a chat to him? I am medically.
You are medically inclined. This is true.
Medically inclined.
Medically inclined.
That way you could distract him.
Yes, you can distract him, and I can have a little go at some of the doors.
I'll go across to him and say hello. I said, I notice you're wearing a stethoscope. Are you of the medical practice?
No, a few words.
Yes.
It's even speak.
Yeah. I said, I myself am a medic.
He leans back slightly.
A medic.
Yes. I explained that I'm previously an army field medic.
I see. Looks back to the party.
While this is happening, I'm going to try the door furthest from them.
On the same side?
Yeah.
Okay. Make me a stealth check.
Oh, here we go. Low level stealth is always hilarious.
11.
Are you happy with that roll?
Not really, no, but I don't have the inspo. Unless someone wants to donate one.
that you're welcome to have if you want it.
Did you say that you were happy for it as well? Okay. Odds, evens.
Fair.
Evens. Thank you very much, Toby. Thank you very much also, Jin. The dice decided for me. Right. Oh, fucking hell. I got word. That one's 7. Sorry, mate.
So,
Can you give me a bardic inspiration?
you have to play your instrument to do that. and there isn't currently music being played.
Can I pass
You are
it off as tuning my lute?
Make me a performance check. I need you to beat a 14. Should be able to do that.
Nope.
I said-
Roll another one.
Good. It's not a 1.
It's 2.
Would are you happy with that roll?
Oh God.
It's an ability check, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Oh no, it doesn't count as ability checks. Motherfucker.
Do you need inspiration?
You're my info, bud.
You can't. You could roll worse, but it would be pretty impressive.
Well, if you roll worse, you might get inspiration.
This is true. You literally could only roll one other number that would be worse. That wouldn't give you inspiration.
Yeah. No, I will just
Accept your fate.
accept what it is. Yeah.
Okay, so you sort of strum perfectly in tune, not even remotely sounding like you're tuning, which does draw the eyes of a couple of people as you are preparing to open the door surreptitiously. I imagine you're sort of, with that roll, you're just sort of standing facing the party as you're trying to open the door behind you.
Yeah,
And,
probably.
As you do, it creaks. A couple of people look up towards you.
I'm just gonna. Well, if I've got my back to the door itself.
Mm-hmm.
Who's looking up towards me?
A couple of people from the thing. Do you want me to find out exactly who?
Yes.
You're going to try and pretend to jump and sort of step forward as if you accidentally leant on the door.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm but. Someone trying to come out. Yes.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Roll me a pair of d20s.
Yeah. Spud. Yeah, go there for a second.
If you go on the laptop, I will put you away.
That's a 5 and a 13, Ian.
Okay, give me 1 second. I just have to move the small kitten. So, 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh! Mr. Pegasasi is glancing over up at you. And
Okay.
13, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Oh no.
Okay.
I thought we were going to have a kaiju fight on our hands.
There is the Warforged, who is over by the window, has turned and is looking towards you.
Shit, I forgot to write the Warforged down.
I love how the kittens have now just adopted the table.
Okay, so as the door creaks, I'm going to look behind me as if I wasn't expecting that as well.
Okay, I'm going to make
Gonna try and pass that off as.
a couple of rolls to see if they recognise what you're doing.
Do I have to do anything at all?
You could make a deception check for me or a performance
Yeah,
check.
no, that's mine.
You're going to need to roll high.
It's poor both ways. And persuasion isn't something I can really do. In
No,
this
you'd have to be
instance.
talking to somebody to do that.
I mean, that did kind of fall out my hand, but. Well, I do now.
Do you wish to accept that?
I mean, no, not really.
Somebody else that has inspiration, you can cast it.
You're more than welcome to have
Are you sure? Thank you. Right. Come on. Dear God! Wow. Okay, you're going time out for a minute, mate.
Did you do it again?
That was a 3.
Wow. We are not rolling well today.
No, we aren't.
So, as you guys are fumbling with this door and failing to pretend that you are not trying to open this door, you see one of the waiters is approaching.
What, approaching me? Way! Ow!
Oh, you're right.
In a lot of ways.
You alright, mate?
Yeah.
I just had a.
Is Spud alright?
Yes, but fine.
Oh, I'm not quite as alright as I thought.
Go wash it under the tap.
I have plasters. I have plasters.
We have
Wash it
plasters too.
first.
There's Dettol and TCP up there too.
Do you have one large enough for that?
Maybe a couple of ones.
We have plasters by
I
the
have,
reel that you cut to length. So.
Yeah, we have cut to
Yeah.
length ones.
Make sure you clean off the wound first, though.
Damn it.
particularly with
Ed, there's
kittens.
TCP up there,
Where is it?
up on the windowsill over here.
In that bit over there.
Yeah.
And even more. This one.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
So,
That's the TCP, mother trucker.
while he attends to his wounds, is there anything the rest of you would like to do?
Would you like a cotton pad?
I will carry on trying to talk to the
Thank you.
The Goliath.
the Goliath.
Okay, what do you say to him?
I just say, the nice view from up here of the evening, isn't it?
Why are you talking to me?
Just making friendly chats.
I am not the type to make friendly chat.
Okay, not a problem.
That's entirely different.
Nice to make your acquaintance. Leave him to it.
He doesn't like complain or anything. He's just like bluntly saying he's not interested. Does he know that stuff is strong smelling?
What, TCP?
Yeah.
Love that. I love this one.
Oh, we've got cut to size, sir. We've got cut to size.
What do you think?
I mean, I wouldn't plaster it myself. But...
No, it's not really.
It's just-
I get to it.
It's just because it keeps leaking.
Yeah,
This is the thing.
just leave it for a bit and it'll be fine.
That's my shoes.
It's up to you.
Never mind. You want the plaster so you feel like a big boy?
Nah.
Go get,
Just take that and keep mopping it up.
go get Laura.
Yeah,
Is it
get a napkin or something and just dab at it until it settles. Anyway,
This is when I'm still bleeding at the end of the night, and it's like, oh, okay, maybe something.
This is
maybe
where
we
he just-
should do something.
this is where he just slumps over.
I just go slowly more and more pale throughout the night.
You end up looking like me.
Worse than you.
Yeah.
Hold your arm up.
Did you say a wait is coming up the stairs?
Yes, there is a waiter coming up the
Alright,
stairs.
I will walk past.
I'm sorry, you picked the literally. This guy will not talk to me.
Alright, yeah.
He's
I
not.
will walk past.
Okay.
And walk down and go up to the waiter
Okay, he's coming up the stairs. So...
and say, "Excuse me, sir.
yes, sir.
Quick question. Have we had an itinerary of when we're expected to perform? We've seen the itinerary, but there's no times on it.
I believe it will be at the discretion of the master. When he
Ah,
arrives.
right.
The master will be here shortly. Is your companion having difficulty locating the bath?
Yes, I need to.
I believe he is. Isn't the one upstairs?
Yes, sir. They are signposted, but I will make sure that he sees them.
Oh, right. Okay.
He is coming up to you,
And I sort of look at you and just like,
gentlemen. I understand you're looking for the bath.
Yes. Yes.
You will notice that it is back here. That is the guest bedroom.
Oh, yes. I see the signposts now. So sorry. My eyesight isn't what it was.
I fully understand, sir. Would you like any assistance?
Oh no, I'll be okay.
In the toilet.
I can hold it myself. It's fine.
I make a show of leaning on my cane.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's why he's like offering assistance because
Yeah.
like, if you're that blind, you might need help finding the toilet.
Yeah.
Come on, Grandpa, let's go.
once I sit down, I'm all right.
So
Sit down.
Yeah.
apparently some men do.
Yeah, I know. I used to work with one.
Yeah, I
You
do.
don't-
I mean, I do, but I haven't.
I understand the reason
Yeah.
for it because you don't get the splashback everywhere.
You
Which
can't miss. You can't miss. If you're in the target, you can't
Men
miss.
sitting down.
Men
Go to the
sitting
toilet.
down to wee.
Just lazy motherfuckers, isn't
I
it?
always sit
I
down
have
to
no
wee.
choice.
Can't miss.
Well, yeah.
well, yeah. You... okay, we wouldn't insist upon it.
yeah,
being-
more time reading as well.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
I mean, I could
More time
walk,
reading.
but that'd be a little bit weird.
This is true.
Yeah.
I will grant you that, but also it's less clean up as well.
Yeah, exactly. There's
Even-
loads of
even-
good reasons
Even if you
to.
hit the target, there is splash off.
Is there anybody else that we really want to speak to?
No, just
As the police officer, you...
no.
You don't really want to make it.
I will
Um,
Edward
I will
to the
just.
bathroom.
I'll just
Thank
go
you.
over. I'll just go
That's
over.
Thank you.
I will just go over everybody you've seen so far. So the mayor is there.
Yeah.
The senator for the local area is there. There is the police chief. There is a member of. There are two members of the Macala Vinci's.
Mhm.
There's a dancer who's associated with a member of the Macala Vinci's, apparently.
Mhm.
There is a member of the Tanaventi who is there, who is staying at the bar and is just drinking.
Yeah, literally in my notes they are red tiefling propping up the bar.
There is the doctor who is up top, the Goliath. There is actually there is another human who's come in since then, who has the worst name ever.
Oh god.
You named them.
Yeah, I know.
What cunt?
Oh, I tell you what, there was also the starlet that you saw.
Yes.
The gnome,
Yeah, I got that one down.
Ah,
Addie
Addie
Brightstar.
Brightstar. Yeah.
where do we know Addie Brightstar?
She's a
It's
movie star.
Film star. There is a small kitten right behind your Jack, so don't move.
What are
There's
you- what are you
Carl,
trying to eat?
guys.
Hey.
Garl.
What's
There,
that?
Garl. There's guys. There is
It's a bloody
Carl
Garl.
Rosenbach, the dwarf saxophonist. There is a
Sorry.
female hobgoblin who is she's wearing a dress, but it's like a very practical one. It's made of high class materials, but it looks more like something that she wears because it's comfortable rather than it's fancy.
Okay.
There is also there's the Warforged, who is standing over by the window, is wearing a very formal suit.
Oui.
There is Johnson Dale Lee and his assistant Asen Fee.
Mm-hmm.
There is another industrialist who's there, who is a male lupin. There is a big bulldog of a man. There is the Gif, who is draped over a sofa and has been the entire party.
In French.
Oh yeah,
They're all dogs, aren't they?
There is also a Loxodon who is wearing a Heredic League outfit,
Mm-hmm.
and he also has a female.
Hey.
Also has a female human who is talking with him.
Okay.
So that's everybody who's around at the moment, plus the waiters, the barman, and some musicians and some dancers.
Cool.
And as you guys are doing this, this is from outside. You hear a pair of doors opening.
Which pair?
Our host is up to your right.
This pair up here.
These?
Those ones.
Ah, okay.
The doors are opened by a figure wearing a vibrant emerald suit
Oof. I'd say. Okay.
with a great big like feather boa draped over his shoulders
Blimey. All right then.
and a red shirt.
Oh dear. Bit of a flash. Very garish.
Ah, my guests are all here. Wonderful.
I take it everyone is looking at him.
Fabulous to see you all. And I see my lovely little entertainments have arrived. And oh, hello, Doctor. Good to see you over there. And oh, it's so wonderful you all joined me. And I see you've already propped up the bar. Wonderful, Rosa. Wonderful. Excellent. Right, if you could get some music going, let's liven things up a little bit, shall we?
Oh my god. Here we go.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Nice.
Music
Turn it off.
is playing as the party starts in earnest.
Poor man, he always just parties inside.
He sweeps his way down towards the stairs, waving to you two as you are going into the bathroom.
Naturally. I sort of acknowledge him as well.
He sashays his way into the party. And yes,
Cool.
what do you guys wish to do? You two are in a bathroom. What are you guys going to do outside?
I will just mingle. Nothing specific.
Fair enough.
I'm going to mingle, but I'm going to try and quietly try and listen to the Tide Bar, is it?
Tanaventi.
Yeah, that was more tolerant of one of the two.
Yeah.
The Tanaventi is the more conservative of the two. The Macalavincis are the more tolerant ones.
All right, I'll listen to them.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
The two human males.
They are presently chatting away together as the dancer goes to start dancing on the floor with other people joining in.
Mm-hmm.
And are you approaching them openly?
No, certainly.
Okay, so you're just listening in on them. All right. Let me just have a quick roll and see if they're discussing anything particularly interesting. Fair enough. So, you thought about popping a question? What? Me and, I mean, sure, I've thought about it, but, you know. It's a risky job I do. Yeah, she knows that. She's not going to bother. It's not going to bother her. No, I don't mean job. I mean, like, you know, what, the racing? Oh, for God's sake, man. If she can put up with the main thing, she can put up the fucking racing. Yeah, but I don't really want to put her in a position where she's reliant upon me. Tommy. No, wait a minute. Let's make sure I get the right name there. Yeah. Carlo. She's got her own career. She doesn't need you. She can make her own way. Yeah, but marriage, it's, you know, it's more, you know, it's supposed to provide for her. You know. God damn it, Tommy, sometimes you're remarkably old-fashioned. Look, it's a modern age. She can look after herself. She doesn't need you. It's just, you know, you guys have been together now for what, 5 years? Okay, it's not quite that long. It feels like 5 years. Let me know when you want had enough.
We're all stood around now like...
It's that episode of Friends where Robin Williams comes in,
Yeah.
and they're all sat there listening to him, talking with his wife's gynecologist about how he's.
God,
Do
I
you
can't
not know the
remember
episode?
that one.
No, I don't remember this one.
It's a funny episode because it wasn't even scripted. He just turned up on set and just walked into the coffee shop and started doing it.
Who's this?
Robin Williams.
Oh my god, it's amazing.
Which, yeah, that is very him.
Sorry, Robin.
It's a very funny scene to watch.
Bless.
So yeah, they seem to be just discussing the guy's relationship and how he basically is procrastinating over asking the question.
Commitment phobe.
I will go to the bar. I remember that I can drink and it doesn't really affect me, so
Yeah.
I'll go up and get myself a drink.
The barman offers you a variety of different options. What can I get you, sir?
What sort of things dwarves famously drink? Is it like ale?
Beer.
Beer.
Ale, dwarven ale, dwarven beer
I
are
asked, I asked if
very
they-
Quintuple X beer.
however, they are also known for vodka in this one, which, while it is normally a Russian thing, the dwarven stuff's the good stuff.
I asked what ale they have.
Got a couple of different ones on tap. We've got normal, and we've also got proper dwarven. And yes, it is proper dwarven.
I will just go with normal for now, thank you. Let's see what that's like.
What? Where do the dwarves come from in this world?
Basically, Baltics.
The Baltics, okay.
I mean, if you come from your parents, that is
Their
a really
parents.
uncomfortable sex life.
I mean, that's abuse. What that is.
Yeah, that-
That's child abuse.
So we are. Which one are we in? Which is the bathroom that Ed and I have stumbled into?
You would be in this one here,
This one.
because that was the closest one to the one you were at.
And I'm assuming everyone's sort of down here,
Mhm.
mingling. No one's
Put
really.
yourself on the map, roughly where you are, guys.
Where did you say the bar was?
With you.
The bar is over. Oh, actually, yeah, that is a good place for it. Thank you for reminding me.
So where are the
We're hiding in the closet. Ed.
On the stairs? Underneath?
Mafia
the stairs?
guys are going to be watching the dancers. They'll probably be somewhere around here.
I'm not on the stairs, I'm under the stairs.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Now, is there anyone sort of on the balcony up here?
There is the doctor, who is
The doctor
up
there.
at the end there.
are there
Yeah,
any
Dale.
people openly carrying weapons?
The police chief does have a holster on, obviously. The bodyguard for the mayor has one as well. The senator has a bulge where there should be a weapon, but not sure. Could be something else. The mafia guys, you can safely assume they will have guns, and the mafia woman up at the bar as well. You can safely assume will have a
There's
gun.
only one group.
Only one with her. She's on her own.
Davis.
Maybe this is no neutral ground. Like no one's gonna try anything here. That would just be an extremely poor form, poor taste.
Is there anybody else at the bar? You said there's somebody popping at the bar, wasn't there?
Yeah.
That's,
that was the
that
Red
is
Rosa.
the
I just asked.
Red Rosa.
I said, oh, the ale seems quite nice. Is there anything else you've tried here that you recommend?
I've tried the wine. I've tried the. She goes over a list of pretty much everything that's at the bar.
How many drinks have you had? 47.
16.
But it only still counts as one.
16. Just having shots.
Any highlights of the drinks here?
The wine's pretty bad.
Pretty bad.
Pretty bad.
I will avoid that then. Thank you for the tip.
The red's better than the white.
Who
are you?
I say, my name is Tony. I'm here as an invited guest and part of the entertainment.
Oh?
I'm
What kind of entertainment do you do?
I'm more here for backup for safety in case anything goes wrong.
I mean, well, I'm not gonna lie, mate. Now you're a forge cleric. You could do like a fun make something out of a pile of scrap.
I'm sorry, can you do that again? Thank you.
I mean, I could literally.
I mean,
They have tankards behind the bar.
how long does it take a forge cleric to do the thing? Is it an hour?
Yes,
Yeah, it is an hour. Okay.
I think it was.
Maybe less interesting than I thought.
Do you know why I'm here?
No.
To prop up the bar.
Because those two are here.
I look over and go, right.
I have to be here. Somebody's got to be here to represent.
Fun.
Well,
So I'm drinking.
well, the entertainment might get quite fun tonight. If things go drastically wrong with the shooting demonstration, I might be magically putting someone back together.
There's a shooting demonstration?
Of sorts, yes.
Is this open participation or is there...
Unfortunately not.
Damn it.
But no, if it goes wrong, you never know. I might be magically putting someone back together.
not the worth of it.
Specifically, his face.
But you also remember, I might be a forge cleric, but I don't openly tell people that. I am a medic.
Yes.
Well, my name is Rosa, and I'm here to keep an eye on things and make sure nothing too untoward happens without my people knowing about it.
Well, lovely to meet you. I say, if you ever get bored, always here to chat.
Sorry, my name's the shortcut is.
Not for any other reason, just to pass the time. So I understand that you're here for the.
That's what
Yeah,
they
I'm
all
bored.
say.
Everyone's so horny in this city. They all assume that we're propositioning them.
No, I just know you guys, okay?
I don't think, barring you, any of our characters have ever propositioned another character.
This one has.
Have you? When?
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure you did.
When was that?
I think I tried
who?
to get information out of someone when I was Nordic before, but I can't remember what. It wasn't
Anyway,
Yeah.
so she seems to be pretty much just drinking. If you want to talk about alcohol, she'll talk about alcohol all fucking night.
Well.
If you want to talk about guns, she'll talk about guns all fucking night.
Well, I guess I know who I'm talking to then.
I will say to her, so you enjoy collecting guns as well? Or?
I like shooting them.
Yeah.
There's a reason I'm called Red.
Yeah.
Not just the colour of your skin.
I say, well, I'm not into shooting guns, but I am known for procuring occasionally.
Is this a business proposition you're trying to bring?
No. Well, I don't know anything about you, so I wouldn't be offering business. So, but
Well, let me put it this way. My people can do all the procuring I need.
that sounds good.
You have no idea who I am, do you?
No, I'm pretending I don't, obviously. So that
Okay. Make a deception check.
Should have just said no.
15.
Fuck off. It's your mod +4.
No, plus 2. I rolled 13. It was
I
all.
thought you rolled an 11.
No, because it was like that.
Oh, okay.
The 11 was on the side. I'll keep that.
Jesus Christ, your fucking stats are insane. You
I
don't have
rolled
less
them
than a +2 in anything.
I did roll
Oh,
them.
one thing-
Yeah, no, I'm sure.
Actually, no.
One
I did
thing-
indeed it.
One thing I did forget to mention, she is an older woman as well.
Fair.
She looks to be 60s.
Does she believe me?
You don't know?
No. So that's that. Well, in that case, then I'll leave you to whatever you do, and nice to meet you.
Why don't you go talk to those two boys over there? I'm sure they'll find you fascinating.
They don't sound very interesting because it's. To be fair, if you're only here because of them, it sounds like two sides of something, and
An old disagreement. One which I Really, I'm becoming too old.
And to be fair, if I've just been chatting to you, it will look rather silly walking across to chat to
We're in a party. I'm probably going to end up speaking to the Illithid and the robot in a minute.
Good luck. By the way, I tried to speak to the Goliath upstairs. He's not very chatty.
The doctor?
Yes.
Well, he wouldn't be.
No?
Well, Count's not here.
The Count. Go on, you got to dig there, mate. Go on, dig, dig, dig.
Yeah.
Is that
You don't know who the Count is, do you?
No, I don't. I'm new to the city.
All right.
I'm,
Let me put it like this. He's part of an organisation. It's made up of a bunch of the old guard from back in Silesia. Old guard who fled away from all the troubles that they had, taking with them a bunch of money. But then they came here and they had to find new ways of making money.
Well, I'm all up for finding ways to make money.
You might not like the ways they resorted to. Not the ones I've heard of.
Fair enough.
And I say that as somebody who likes shooting guns.
trafficking?
Well,
Even worse than that.
let's put it this way. I'm here primarily because I'm helping our host out. So
You're working for him.
we helped him out with something that was a bit of a problem. I've never met him before that, so it was an interesting discovery meeting him. It still is interesting.
Dealing with that fairy.
So yeah, so you know, being invited to one of his parties is interesting.
Interesting is one way to put it.
Yes.
Well, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to have a nice conversation with a vodka.
Let me know if it's any good. We are as much as we don't like stereotypes. Us dwarfs do like a vodka.
I'd expect you would. I thought you guys invented it.
I'm not there, mate. It's all you.
I
It's
don't
all you.
know.
I'm busy helping Grandpa pee.
Not in the wardrobe.
You don't have to help me. I'm fine.
Shouting about the door. Not in the wardrobe. No, that's someone's shoes.
None of the coats!
The waiter has waited outside while you two have both gone into there. He's like, fair enough.
Yeah.
None of my business.
None of your beeswax, mate.
I'm going to go look after somebody else.
Your boss is literally an eldritch abomination. You can't say shit.
So, what are you two doing in the bathroom?
Giving it a couple minutes to
Yeah. Just waiting a moment. Just to make sure.
You flush the toilet.
Yes, after an appropriate amount of time, I'll
Flush.
flush the toilet.
Hands.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, as you
Oh,
are...
I will communicate to you where the cobbled egg is, just in case, because as far as I'm aware, you only communicated it to me.
As you guys are heading out of the bathroom, you see, waiting at the top of the stairs, there is a Warforged who is leaning back against the banister and watching you.
Good evening.
Give it a curtain.
Good evening. I noticed you were trying to get into the guest room.
Yes, mistake about where the bathroom was. My eyesight sometimes isn't as good as it once was. I
Right.
produce a pair of spectacles from my jacket.
Deception check.
You using the cursed dice again?
Good point.
Like, if
Would you like to use one of mine?
Yeah, actually, maybe I do.
I have the ducky dice.
Would you like to use some of my dice?
No.
Double digits.
It's an 11. It's an 11. It is what it is.
11 plus nothing?
It's 11.
Okay.
Of course. That makes complete sense. Just like the two of you going into a bathroom together when you're doing a shooting competition later,
I am. Yes.
which requires you to shoot straight.
Yes. What do you think these are for?
Then why didn't you put them on before looking for the sign?
I don't generally need them for walking around.
Of course you do.
I believe we haven't been introduced.
That's correct. My name's Kepler. He offers you a hand. Or sorry, they offer you a hand. apologise. I forgot.
Oh, Ketlin.
Kepler.
And the ones that don't matter.
You're still twisting it. It was the ones that don't count.
Oh, count.
It's the ones that don't count.
Specifically, Colonel.
Colonel Ketlin. Okay.
Mm.
I've left that behind a bit these days, though. I'm a researcher now and a novelist.
Oh.
I'm writing about, well, something relevant to some of the people who are here today.
Something relevant?
You know, the Doctor, the Marcavinci, sorry, and the Teneventi.
Oh. So, their business in general, would it be?
A business which I'm sure you have some involvement with, given your attempt, albeit inept, at stealthing around the place. I might be interested in talking with you. Assuming, of course, that you're willing to do so.
Well, I proffer my hand to him, and I say,
His hand is cold.
yeah, well, it is mostly metal and wood. What is it? Yeah. Ichiro. Kazemoto Ichiro.
Yeah.
Second lieutenant, although I have also left mine behind.
Which army were you?
Well, does my name not give it enough away?
One does not always assume, but it suggests.
Marines, specifically.
Impressive. I myself served with this nation and another nation before.
Ooh. Okay, may I insight that as to what nation he may be implying, knowing what I know about the Warforged?
Yep.
17.
From context, there are two possible options. Could have been with the Ludarans, the British.
Mm-hmm.
Could also have been with the Cahossans, the French,
The French. Okay.
because they were supporters of.
They were.
In this world, they were supporters of the Galantinians during their Revolutionary War.
Oh, right. Interesting.
Which would mean that
Okay.
he's old.
Very old.
This personality.
Yeah. Oh, that's impressive. Okay.
But as I say, I've left that behind me now.
Well, I haven't quite left mine behind, as hopefully I can show tonight.
Oh.
Well, I still keep up my work.
I meant armed forces.
Yes, well, part of the armed forces is marksmanship, of course.
Well,
That is
service.
something I'm loath to leave behind.
I meant service to a country.
Ah, yes. Yes, no, that's... I departed from that line of work quite a few years ago at this point.
And you, sir? It's not very talkative, is it?
No. Beautiful singing voice, though.
Somehow I doubt he's a castrati.
I'm sorry.
I just glare at you.
It's just that the Pirates of the Caribbean came out there. I'm sorry about
I've met castrati before.
that. I'm sure you have. Yeah.
He's wrong. I was kicked in the balls by a bull.
That will do it. That will turn you into a castrati.
Even though I've never actually had testicles, you have my sympathies. That must have been agonising.
It was awful.
I can imagine.
So, you say you were a researcher, sir? A private researcher?
I am studying some writing.
Do you publish your work privately in novel form, I assume?
Well, the novels are a new venture. Previous to this, I've written a few technical manuals for firearms, tactics, strategy, logistics. It goes down a list of things. You could do a history check.
I would like to, I suppose. I think I may have just made a boo-boo there as to why I've got +1. +1. That's a 17 then.
You've heard of the name Kepler in context of military manuals in the past.
Have I read any of his work?
Probably, yes. In fact, almost certainly yes, because of who you are.
Hmm.
Yeah, you've read Kepler's guides on various different things.
Ah.
This guy is an obsessive about details and is very good at them.
Hmm.
The idea of him writing a novel is kind of horrifying because It's just going to be racks and racks of data.
Well, I mean, yeah. Now you say that. What title do you prefer, Captain? Or do you prefer to not have a title?
Needed one.
Very well.
Don't have anything down there, so
No, quite. No. Well, I do remember reading some of your manuals now that you
I'd
say.
be surprised if you hadn't, given that Narakin used them extensively.
Well, a pleasure to meet someone who may well have saved my life on more than one occasion.
Pleasure to have helped you. If you'd ever be interested in helping me out with my research into, well, the more interesting side of modern Galantine social order, I would always be welcoming of research assistance.
I think we can certainly service that ambition, I imagine.
Well, if you wish to contact me, he gives you a card.
Thank you very much. We do need to get some cards made, yes.
No.
Sneaky winders.
Yeah.
If you'll excuse me, I should mingle.
Yes.
I haven't actually spoken with the senator in at least 16 years.
Ah, is he this slightly jarring for myself, being newish to the country.
Well,
We don't have a lot of illithids in the American Empire.
oh, you do not.
No.
Okay, what would Ketman say to you about that? By the standards of his people, he's pretty charming. By the standards of his people.
Is that to say not terribly charming in general? Or
Are you asking him that? In
yes,
character?
I am actually asking that in character.
They tend to be supremely arrogant. He's better at covering that up than most of them.
Yeah, so not much different from an elf then.
Not quite that bad.
Oh, well, one of my friends is an elf, so if I can deal with him, I'm sure I can deal with the senator.
You're calling him a friend?
You did.
Yeah, I
You
did.
called him a friend.
I know. Well, there you go. Yeah, there you go.
I'm
You can
surprised,
have that one for free.
I'm surprised you're not insulted.
He's poor. He doesn't get to pick and choose.
Oh.
Not so poor, isn't it?
No, he's got at least $50.
200 now.
Oh, nice.
Whee! That's a lot of money.
That's actually enough. I think you could probably buy a house.
And he's
It's
got
a small
cars.
shitty one.
He's got
You
a
do
car
have a
as well,
car,
haven't you? I've got a car.
Look at that. The monk's going up in the world.
So he will leave you at that moment, unless there was anything you wanted to say to him. No, I'm trying to spread it around so everybody gets a chance to talk. But
Yeah, sorry. I know I
Right,
have a
we're waiting for
tendency
the
to hog the RP.
so the music is playing, dancing is going on. People seem pretty distracted right at this moment. If anybody wanted to do anything at this time, or you could stick around for the entertainment.
So
Anybody
what
with-
are we
The trick will be seeing when we could, excuse me, get into
Yeah.
there, seeing if we can set things up or anything like that.
How big is this room?
No, you haven't seen it.
Now we know.
Well, from-
Well, no. All right, from that door to that door, how wide? How long is that corridor?
I'm going to say each one of those is probably about 5 meters to be way too big. So
5 meters.
Yeah, that'd be
Christ,
way
yeah,
too
that's
big.
massive.
Well, especially we're going to work in feet.
that would be 2 meters. That would be what?
That's 6 feet.
So about 5 foot per square.
Yeah, 5 foot squares. Okay, yeah, we can work with 5 foot squares.
Might be a little bit more than that, but for the sake of it.
So it's about 35 foot by 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 feet?
Big ass room.
This is the top of the building, to be fair. So
Also, that means that if the silence spell needs to be cast, which it kind of does for the being covered up, that means that it's a nice big room. So if the camera operator is there, then it's all nicely contained in that
well,
bubble. If
I
the ritual is
cast
being
it-
performed like there.
I cast it on a point so I can make a 40-foot diameter.
You want to make it 2
Yeah,
feet.
40-foot
Look,
diameter.
If you make
It's a
it 2
20-foot
feet,
radius. So you can cast it on that point there. That means the sphere only extends 20 feet.
Yeah, but if you make it Yeah, can you make it smaller?
No.
No, it's a fixed size, but depending on where you cast it, the area of effect will be
It's
smaller.
only too big. That's the
Because then he'll be caught in it, and it'll be like, what the fuck is that? That's weird. And then detect magic. Oh, there you are. Eldritch Blast at 17th level, or however bad it'll be. Because he's not going to be a level 3 tune, is he? Come on, we know he's not. He's literally cast a version of Dimension Door or something of that ilk on 5 of us.
No, didn't you?
The carpet.
You.
Oh.
Yeah, magic carpet across.
Well, yeah, but we also got ripped apart and then reassembled on the other side. It wasn't a flying magic carpet, it was a transport ritual magic carpet, which implies a relatively high level of magic.
So, do you wish to mingle amongst the party until the first entertainment? Wait until people have had time to have a bit of a drink?
I feel we may have to. Yes.
Okay,
Oh, I got to the bar and get a drink.
sure, you can get a drink. The drinks are free, by the way.
Oh, cool.
They're not charging.
Is the host, I forgot his name,
Mr. Greaves.
Mrs. Greaves, busy chatting to everybody? Or?
He is. He's chatting away, showing off his outfit, and occasionally pointing to one of your outfits and going, "Oh yes, look at this! I bought these in."
If he points towards me, I'd like to walk over and.
Ah, welcome. How are you doing?
Oh, good.
I hope you're enjoying our little soiree.
Yeah, you definitely invited some very interesting people.
I know. I got a real selection in this time. Tried to get some more, but unfortunately, not everybody could make it on such short notice. Oh,
You'd think that more people would want to come.
well, more people did, but time, allowances. Plus parking is such a nightmare in the city these days. I should really have a word with the mayor about that, shouldn't I, Lightfoot? Yes? He's ignoring me. Good.
Very rude when you've invited him.
He's not a particularly nice man, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick up a kitten. Hello, kitten. Plus, he's gotten so paranoid since some bastard stole his car.
Well, that would do it to you, I suppose.
Even brought a bodyguard with him. Hunky Jack.
Is that new?
Oh, yeah. Previously, he didn't have any kind of protection, but now, bodyguard all the time.
And only after the theft of one car. Not even an attempt on his life.
I know. Well, at least the senator's more reasonable.
Yes, I've never had the pleasure of meeting an illithid before.
Well, you must be. In fact, come with me. He-
Yeah,
Yeah.
the illithid is the senator.
Oh, yeah. He's leading you over to meet the senator,
Perfect.
who you can see is over in a corner, just quietly standing there. And as you approach, you see your host sweep out his arms. Senator, let me introduce you to some good friends of mine.
Good friends. Well, I don't know.
The senator turns and looks towards you all. That's the head slightly.
Yeah, I bow.
In your minds, you hear. Oh, sorry, you want to go down. Okay, there you go. In your minds, you hear. Good friends. No. Friends of Mr. Actually, no, he would use the full name. He would use the full name.
Oh. We get the extra bit of the
Okay.
name.
Friends of Aragar Lucian Greaves von Palmerding
Palmerding.
are associates of mine.
How are we spelling?
Palmerding.
Pal
Von Palmerding.
Palmerding. Okay, well that's a history check.
Okay, yeah, you can do a history check on that.
Defo a history check on
In
that
fact, anybody who's approaching him now is
Yeah.
hearing this, so you can all do a history check.
one. Meh.
It's a shame James isn't here because he would have had advantage.
13.
Did he really fuck up the lupins or something?
That's pretty good. That's not great.
Yeah, same.
Also not great.
13.
13. So none of you guys, does that name ring any bells in your mind? Dirty 20. You've heard of this name in context of Cahosan politics. The von Palmadines were originally from the area that's now known as Prestinia. However, they had thumbs in a lot of pies across Quislania, so Europe, including quite a few in Cahosa, even during the Revolution. They left during the Revolution, however, taking with them quite a lot of money. And they're spread all over the world, but quite a few of them are over here in Galentia to take advantage of its tax laws. They're old, rich bastards.
They seem kind of like the Giovanni from BTM. Are they known to be like?
Well, it depends on his he telling you.
Oh, okay, fair. Well, are you? Well, we may have to do this as a sort of later interaction, so hold on to it at the moment. I'll ask you again in a minute.
Okay.
I'm gonna have no idea what you said.
Huh? What's that?
I have no idea what you just said.
I'm literally writing down everything that he's just said. So eventually,
It's the centre. Yeah, we'll say it is very nice to meet a esteemed politician.
I wouldn't be so bold as to call myself esteemed.
Are we having this conversation purely mentally?
You guys can speak aloud, but he can't speak.
No. But do illithids do one-way telepathy or two-way telepathy?
They can do two-way telepathy, but generally speaking, they only do one way. But you can generally assume that they're reading your surface thoughts. Most people assume that they're reading your entire thoughts.
No, but they're not. That requires effort. In fairness, as I'm from the Narakin Empire, and there were probably a few Dragonborn in the mix there.
Yes, there were.
I will have encountered Gen Dragonborns that have the same ability.
Yes.
So I'm aware of the fact that he's not like deep diving into the the brain.
He's not schlorping his way in.
Schlorping his way in. No, not like Cassandra in Daredevil. Not Daredevil. Deadpool.
Oh, yeah.
Can you not spoil it?
Yes.
Oh no, it's cool. It's no, yeah, that's not a spoiler. It's just very cool.
We're going to see it this weekend.
Possibly,
You will very much enjoy it.
And how do you know our associate?
We have worked for him in the past. Just the one job so far, though.
May I ask the nature?
He was being harassed.
Disposed of somebody who was problematic.
Certainly.
Perhaps troubling the police.
Yes.
I will make a note of this in our future interactions, he says, looking towards Lucien, who is, well, I didn't want to trouble them, and it's not like they got any messy with it. I just disposed of them and, well, you just got rid of them for me.
Pretty much, yeah. Very efficient.
Scared them off. Much cleaner that way. And I haven't seen hide or hair of them since, so you've done a wonderful job.
Very welcome.
Interesting that he introduced you as a friend. He says that, and you get the distinct impression he didn't say that to him.
So he can probably do telepathy as well. If agrees.
Or he just has to think it and make you.
Am I to take it that you are troubleshooters, shall we say?
I think that's a very good way of putting it. Yes, I think that's that's most apt.
Taking care of problems.
Yes, I may have reason to recourse you to take on your services myself at some point. Would you have a business card?
I explain we don't as of yet, but we are.
If we had $1 for
yeah.
every time someone asked us that
I
tonight,
explained
we'd
that
be rich men by now, I
we
tell
are-
you.
Yeah, explain again. We're currently staying at the Cafe Denis, and
Yes, I'm aware of Ango's.
yeah, we do.
We're currently contracted out through him at the moment, but
If I ever require services along those lines, I might consider using it.
Go on.
13-year-old boy died after having a piece of cheese thrown at him by a classmate.
What?
Is he-
How big was the piece? Was it like having a
Did they wheel it down?
No. dies by having a piece of cheese thrown at him? They did fail to mention it was a 150-pound wheel of Parmesan.
Down a hill.
Yeah.
That have been kept in the freezer for the last.
Yeah,
couple of
it's
weeks.
basically just a block of ice.
So, the teenager who was allergic to a number of things, including dairy, wheat, gluten, egg, milk, and tree nuts, had a piece of cheese thrown at him by a classmate. While he did not ingest the cheese, it made contact with his skin and hit his neck.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, no,
Rushed
this is
to
less fun.
hospital and died a couple of days later.
Oof.
Well,
That's
that's
real
less
bad.
fun, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a severe.
Allergy.
That may be the most severe allergy I've ever heard of.
What did you just say?
So you'll have to be a bit kifilly.
I am judging.
I mean, he's dead now, so kind of a bit late for that.
Also, teenager, feel a bit rough about that, making a joke about that one.
Yeah, is that not? I mean, is that involuntary manslaughter technically?
Yeah, probably.
Because if he knew about
But-
the allergy in the first place,
Which you would expect. Anyway,
you'd
back to the
expect
game.
he probably would have done if it was that severe.
Back to the game.
Well, someone's not going to have a fun time. Anyhow, well, yes.
Well, I trust that you keep your activities completely legal, of course.
Oh, yes, naturally.
Oh yeah, we only do things such as the service that we've done recently, where we advise people to stop harassing.
To mind their own
Yes.
business.
I couldn't be seen to do business with anybody who was involved in illegal activities.
Naturally, of course not. Insight check. Insight check. I can't go that low. That'll be an 18.
It's my favourite number tonight. 13. all the time.
Consistently 13.
15.
13 again.
He's being completely honest with you.
Nice,
All of you know
okay.
that. He,
Wasted time.
he could not be seen to be involved in any illegal activity. He is a politician.
He could not be seen to be involved. Intermediaries, on the other hand, are very good at obfuscating such things.
Mm.
Still waiting. Of course, he
I'm
keeps
just
putting it.
Nah.
I think I have stopped now.
Rock at him.
The leech's treatment is finished.
Yes.
The feline leech.
Just pop a couple down my codpiece before I go to bed.
I say to him,
Who's
so
got it?
being a politician,
Pick it up. innit?
do you have a lot to do with the mayor that's here as well? Do you
I made it.
I
regularly have to deal with him?
I, of course, interact with the mayor regularly, yes. Why do you ask?
All the
Oh,
luggage
just
car,
wondering.
isn't
I just,
It is a significant drain on the public purse, I will admit.
is it a?
Does he not pay for his own car?
No, he doesn't.
That's, surely he would get a more sensible car to make
Yeah.
it look like he's spending taxpayers' money sensibly.
You'd think.
Oh.
Foolish man.
Only in a clandestine manner. Is the mayor not well regarded in the city?
I couldn't possibly comment on a colleague in such a manner.
He hates it.
Yeah. Insight on that.
Also, you have advantage on this.
Nice. Good. I need it.
Everybody does. He is not the
Oh wow! Look at that advantage. Amazing. Amazing.
I'm glad.
Oh, that's a 10 from me, even
That
with
is,
advantage.
Yep.
That's pitiful.
Oh. Okay.
I genuinely roll better when I drop them back into the fucking dice pot.
Okay.
I'll be
12.
16.
And
Good.
18.
Good. You all pick up on this.
Oh, good.
You had to get above a 6. So basically, he doesn't have a high opinion of the man.
Mhm.
He is dripping with contempt, is probably the best way to put it.
Mm.
But he's very good at keeping a lid on it. You can tell that he is not a fan.
Mm.
When's the mayor due up for a re-election?
Not for a while. Which is probably why he's taking advantage of the situation to get himself a fresh vehicle.
Mm.
At this point, the host is going to be like, Well, this is getting all a little bit too political for me. I'm going to leave you in the care of the good senator, and I am going to do something fun. Terence, dear boy!
Who's Terence?
Yeah, who is
It's
Terence?
going to go to a waiter.
Oh, okay. Yes. How does the electoral system work here? Can he run for mayor as many times as he likes?
As far as I'm aware, unless they change the rules,
Is
which would
he
be very fun.
is he likely to get re-elected?
Well, that depends on whether he gets the votes.
Hmm.
And as you know, we have completely free and fair elections in our fair country.
Oh, naturally.
A situation which some people, he glances over towards a couple of different people around the room.
Who
would
does he
probably-
glance to?
Well, you noticed one of the ones he glances to is the fruit magnet.
Okay.
The other one is the lupin guy. He also glances towards the Tanaventi woman.
Ooh.
Is she the alcoholic I spoke to?
Yeah.
And glances up towards the doctor.
Oh, okay. I could naturally write down the doctor. Well,
You haven't
all
actually
of
got his name yet.
the count and everything. Okay.
Would probably prefer if that wasn't the case, but for now, let's just say some of us would prefer to keep things honest.
I can admire that. Certainly.
I think it's best for me to always be honest with people if I can, and I would prefer people do the same, even if I know that they're not.
Quite. I said that must be quite the advantage in what would they call it?
Negotiation?
Debate. I would say
Not-
political debate and negotiation.
It's not quite as easy as people assume.
No, I suppose you'd take offence if you just turned around and went, "You're lying."
It's not just that.
Not exactly tactful.
You're not from here, so I can't expect you to understand this, but it's considered poor form for one of my people to push into somebody else. And it brings out certain temptations.
I see.
It is unpleasant to live surrounded by particularly when you do not wish to debase yourself.
No, I can empathise with that, if not sympathise. Being from the Narracan Empire, you know that there are a lot of what are they called? The fucking snake people. Yuan Ti, that's it. There are a lot of Yuan Ti around, and they share a similar
Proclivity.
proclivity.
It is a regrettable necessity, but it is best not to tempt it.
Quite.
And using my abilities, well, let's just say it makes me hungry.
Quite.
This is a topic of conversation I would prefer we drop.
Of course, yes.
Perhaps we should talk instead of something lighter.
What entertainment are you looking forward to tonight?
I'm rather entertained by the idea of a seance. I believe it's going to be quite the joke.
Yes. Yes, at the end of the night, I believe, isn't that? Yes.
There's also likely to be a tarot reading, which should be amusing since the poet is doing it.
Oh,
Have you met her yet?
I can't say I have. No.
Don't.
Oh, that bad. Which one would she be amongst our illustrious guests here?
He looks over towards the sofa on which she is still reclining.
Of course, of course.
I understand that she has picked out a poem for us tonight that I have heard before. It takes 24 minutes to recite.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, God. Okay.
It's on the topic of marriage.
Oh, lovely.
I'll be taking a
I'm
nap.
sure this room will be really
Enthralled.
by that.
Riveted.
Yeah, you can see that everybody here is a very much family based.
I couldn't possibly comment. It's not something we're allowed to do.
No,
Well, it might be
quite.
family oriented. Yeah, a different type of.
Yeah.
Family.
Are you saying that in front of it?
Yeah.
Indeed. He glances around to a couple of different people.
Notably the mobsters, I imagine. Yeah.
But also the doctor.
Ah. I
And
wonder if the doctor wasn't like some kind of prince back in Russia.
Oh, would it be the equivalent of an oligarch or something? Or...
Not at this point in time, no. The entirety of Tsarist Russia was ruled exclusively by the royal family and its offshoots.
I am, however, looking forward to the demonstration of advanced technology by Dr. Malisk when he gets around to it.
Oh, who is... Would that be
The
Dr.
Goliath.
Malisk? And I point to the Goliath.
No.
Ah.
No, Dr. Malisk, he points over to the Loxodon. Dr. Malisk Shah Gujani. I don't know the exact nature of the device he's demonstrating, but with the advances of technology in recent years, I must say I'm looking forward to seeing what he's got.
I suppose with the advent of magic being limited, technology needs to replace some of those.
You say advent, it's been
Yeah.
that way for about
Yeah.
700
But
years.
the more that
No.
we can,
1,700 years.
There you go.
but the more that we can assist with the limitations of magic, the better, really.
What do you mean by that?
Well, the fact that obviously we have
Oh,
the same
compensating
essence.
for the limitations.
Yeah.
Right, I'm with you. I thought you were trying to suggest that we should restrict magic further.
Oh,
I think it's already done that itself. Hasn't
yeah.
it?
No, I'm just saying that obviously if technology can help, then it's
Plus, you sound like one of my colleagues when you say that.
Mm.
Anyway, I should mingle.
Yes, I suppose we should do the same. I'm sure you'll see some of us up on stage later.
Oh, you're also part of the entertainment.
Yes. Yes, we are. As,
The shooting.
how did you guess?
Your hand.
I look at my hand. What?
Calluses. He points them out.
Of course. I would have, yeah. Pardon?
Pistolier?
And rifleman.
I did not pick up on the rifle.
It, in fairness, has been over a decade since I wielded my previous weapon of choice.
You obviously favour the Warhammer, he says, nodding to your Warhammer.
But it's
I don't.
culturally appropriate
Yeah.
Warhammer used as cane.
Yes, and I don't like guns personally, so
He glances at your hands. Do you show them?
Yeah, not my pocket.
Are you wearing gloves?
Yes.
Oh, you've got gloves on. Okay.
Hmm.
Well, maybe that's indicative in and of
He's got
itself.
big fingerless gloves.
fingers.
Well, that's...
Pistolier or possibly blade?
Hands. And feet.
Ah.
shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes. Anyway,
And of course the barb.
I am my own weapon.
Lovely soft hands.
I'd make a joke about your genitalia being your weapon of choice, but with most of the bards I've met, that is actually a true statement.
you're not wrong.
No, you're not.
I won't pretend to understand that side of most species.
It's just for fun.
Fair enough.
And anyway, I'm as much as I have a warhammer, I prefer healing over weapons.
I approve. Well, we should make.
Isn't this?
Yeah,
Oh,
more
you
than he isn't.
didn't have any questions before I go, did you?
No, I think we should probably go and mingle ourselves.
I don't suppose you are capable of voting.
Oh,
We
I
are.
don't know. Would we be? Actually, would we be?
Are you citizens?
I
I'm
don't.
225 years.
You are.
I don't know. What's the stipulation for citizenship in the Gambit?
Have you actually applied for citizenship?
You know, I don't know.
You can if you wish.
Yeah.
If you have, you need to have basically two things: a permanent address, which
Uh-huh.
none of you yet have.
I had.
You already count because you've been here for so long that you would.
I had a permanent address.
When you
But
first came here,
Well, I would imagine that
it
to
has to be,
legitimise my being here.
has to be in Galentine. It doesn't
Yes.
have to be here. Okay,
Yeah,
in
yeah.
that case
So
you could.
because it was the the LA, the version of LA.
I will say this: if you have your registration, you also will get a tax audit.
I think I probably would have done, and I'll just take the tax audit hit because
Okay.
I would have done. I would have done.
Are you registered? No.
I rolled and I would have applied for like it.
You
So
would
I
have
said-
applied?
Odds, no, evens, yes, and I rolled 10.
Okay.
That
So
might-
you three could vote.
So yes.
You can't because you're not officially a Galantinian citizen, but you won't get a tax audit. So, by the way, tax audits will come at the end of the year here rather than being in April in the real world, and it will be basically you have to make convincing paperwork. Whether or not it's accurate is entirely up to you.
I mean, yeah.
But if it is inaccurate, there is a chance they will come in and audit.
I mean, let's see if we can find a Kenku somewhere. They're generally quite good at forging.
I hope I can trust on your vote when election season comes around later this year.
Just like we hope we can count on you to call on us if you have any issues.
You seem to be a man of resource. I believe I may have some work for you, but I can't guarantee.
Yes, excellent.
Who knows? Maybe Mayor Lightfoot's other car will go disappear.
Who knows? Indeed.
He just says it.
What's the name?
I was going to go, what, we have to do that again?
I like this guy. I like this guy already.
I nearly said, what? We have to do that again?
Do you actually say that?
Very quietly in my head, smiling at him.
Inspiration.
Hey.
He's going to sort of look back at you. Stum.
I said it in my head so no one.
You just hear in your head. Yeah, keep stum.
Yeah. You, no one else but him hears that.
Yeah, I know. That's the whole point. Knowing
Delicious.
that.
Very nice.
Right. Should we take a quick break here? Because I need the loo and I think people need a second to get heads together.
Sure. I just didn't know what that meant.
That's what I thought you did.
The cat's there on the keyboard, like, alright, I'll take over.
Oh my God.
There you go. You can have the chair. You have to have it from this distance. You don't walk on my fucking keyboard.
Why do you think our keyboard goes underneath the.
Yeah. Right. I'm going to quicker.
You're going to quicker.
Quicker the further, but
Right. I'm going to switch over to the away screen. Dave, could you do a steam kiss? Yes. I will be in on that. I'm going to quickly.
Are you flagging, sir?
I haven't slept in a week.
Ah. That'll do it.
Not properly.
Like not slept.
cool.
No.
That's just not drinking all these things. Then.
They don't do
No,
anything.
that's nothing to do with it.
It's another thing I need to talk to the doctor about.
Narcolepsy. Oh, that's what we do.
Yeah, that's when you fall asleep at inconvenient times. No, you've just got something.
Like the longest I've been is 2 weeks.
2 weeks without sleeping at all.
Yep.
That shouldn't be possible. Like
No, I know.
the longest recorded amount of time that someone has gone without sleep, without dying, is 11 days.
It was it wasn't great.
Do you know if you're like having like I don't know, like micro sleeps and that are like just happening and you don't know it or something?
No.
As in
Literally
you don't know, or you're just awake the whole
I'm
time.
just awake the entire time.
Something must be happening because that's medically unrecorded. Let's say that medically unrecorded.
I'm a medical anomaly.
I mean, you kind of are. Yeah. Yeah. In general, you kind of are.
I mean, I've got one eye that doesn't, or one pupil that doesn't dilate properly.
Right.
Um,
Good start.
I've got one eye that doesn't focus properly.
Tell me it's the same eye at least.
No, it's the different.
Of course, it's the other eye. Of course, both of your eyes are fucked. Dear me.
I've got the issue with my brain.
Yeah.
We are still audio.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just making sure. Okay. Let's get stretched.
And you've got the issue with sleep as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Fun time.
The only thing I can recommend is Cruel Bedroom.
Doesn't work.
Have they done like sleeping pills? I assume they have.
Though they, I did one set, when I was in my late teens, but I ended up stopping taking them. I don't know why. But I need to wait for the doctor to
You need to get back on them.
get back on them and change to a different medication other than sertraline, because the sertraline is making my tremor 3 times worse than it normally is.
Dear.
So when I had to take the dog to the vet, my writing was like watching James try and write.
Oh, dear.
I couldn't even hold the pen set.
A proper spider scrawl.
Yeah.
Dear me.
It was awful. Yeah, it just.
Oh yeah, there's also that guy.
So I'm grateful.
Mm.
I've got a dog who decides it's just not going to breathe if he's sleeping.
Yeah, that's not great. No. I decided to do that for a while.
That does it quite frequently.
Mm.
What's that?
Stop
Not breathe
breathing.
while I'm sleeping.
That's not a good idea.
Yeah.
Mum's waxing for it.
I mean, if it
At least
works.
I mean, he kind of should just get a CPAP machine.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's an option.
but he doesn't do it.
Right.
Yeah, but he really should.
Yeah, we know.
I've put the camera back on.
Cool. It's improved my quality of sleep no end.
Oh wow.
I was having 77 acute episodes of like lung failure
Jesus Christ.
every hour.
Every
77 episodes an hour. My O2 levels that should be at 98% or thereabouts throughout the entire night dropped to 83, which is people with like COPD and things like that never have the levels drop that badly. So no wonder I was constantly exhausted because I couldn't get enough air.
Speaking of air, I can now talk to you by the wonder of that.
Your hair is being blown beautifully, like
Maybe it's maybe.
See if I can fluff it up properly.
I
I don't know if the fan's quite strong enough to get you to do like full the
No, that
darkness.
is the full speed. Love on the rocks.
You're getting there.
Love on the rocks. Right.
Oh dear me.
I can't remember the rest of the lyrics that one. God damn it. Oh, right. That's better. Love on the rocks. Love on the rocks with no ice.
I've just realised that I think we've spent enough time just like interacting with NPCs. But by the time the actual
Yeah.
stuff starts going, James will be back.
Yeah. I totally didn't plan that.
Oh,
No, I didn't actually plan that. You guys have just.
we're just too fucking interested in your characters, mate.
I mean, to be fair, I
Too
did.
busy going to the toilet.
Yeah.
I did hope that you guys would interact with characters and learn a bit, because some of these people you actually might want to interact
Yes,
with in future.
Yes, we'll
Yeah.
Particularly some of the ones who you have completely not spoken to.
I imagine the gang people is the people you, yeah. Well,
I
we've
mean,
talked to
You can always talk to the dancer.
the dancer may probably be an easier way in fairness, because I mean, in the same way that Red was sort of standoffish with us.
Yeah, she's kind of a dick.
Yeah, I'm sure she is, but at the same time, I imagine that
She's less of a
Carlo
dick. She's less of a dick than the doctor.
Yeah, true. But I imagine Carlo and Tommy aren't going to be. They're not going to be maybe dicks about it, but they're going to have as many resources.
They're not going
as
to talk.
her.
They're not going to talk business, but they might be more personal.
Well, okay, there is that.
For a start, they're younger.
That's fair. Yeah.
She is. She's older than she.
Oh, but here's a key thing. They age a touch slower than people,
A
don't they?
bit. The people.
Than humans.
Mm-hmm.
By people, I colloquially mean humans.
That was getting a little bit like one of his characters.
Was it?
Yeah. They're not people. They're just easily.
Oh, no, I've just put people. People is synonymous with human in my head.
I'll remember this if I ever run a sci-fi game.
Yeah.
By the way, are you guys ever up for doing a Star Trek one?
Oh, hell yeah, I'm up for doing a Star Trek one.
Yeah.
I loved the idea of the strike team that you said, like the Special Forces Ops team. I very much enjoyed that.
Not so much special forces ops. It's more like a utility team, so you can step in to do.
Yeah.
We
We're part-
need somebody.
We're part of security on the ship, is the
But
idea.
you'll be able
Isn't
to do a bunch of
Security, I don't want to be red. Those little bastards going to die.
That's the fun of
it?
it.
You need specialists.
I mean, the time period that you guys would be doing this would be Cardassian War, I think, or was it Dominion War?
Oh, when was Cardassian? That was DS9
No,
just
no.
before, wasn't it?
Cardassian War was before Next Generation.
Before Next Gen. Oh, okay. Yeah, they would have still had the color coded uniforms at that point.
No, they had the Maroons.
Did they?
They had the maroon red uniforms during the Enterprise C era, and it's
Oh,
between-
the like over-breasted
Yes.
ones. Oh, yeah,
So,
no, those ones.
the
I enjoyed those.
the Cardassian War took place between the Enterprise C and the Enterprise D
Right.
because there was a gap there. The conflict with Cardassians took place there,
hmm
and then we went into Enterprise D. And
Which is to say, Next Gen.
O'Brien was a veteran of those conflicts.
As in Chief Engineer O'Brien.
Yep.
Oh, right.
Because when he was on the Enterprise D, that was basically he'd served as he'd served
Engineering
throughout the
officer.
war.
Oh, right.
And then he wasn't served an officer; he'd served as crew.
Oh, right.
He was never.
Oh, yeah, of course.
commissioned
Because
officer.
he's a warrant officer, isn't
Yeah,
he?
he's a
He's
non-commissioned.
CPO, yeah.
So you guys effectively, if you went with that conflict, you would be aboard an ambassador class ship. You would have a proto runabout, so an upgraded shuttle, pretty much,
Mhm.
and you would be serving in the Cardassian conflict. Or we could go up to Deep Space Nine, in which case things are going to get fucking bleak.
Mm. And DS9, I imagine, would be a little bit more along the road of espionage rather than the all-out war.
yes.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Yes.
Rather than the
depends on-
full-blown war.
Depends what
route.
you're doing,
Well, I suppose.
because
But
if you're, because I'm still.
politically, the Cardassians and the Federation are at peace.
Let me put it this way: if you do the Dominion War era, I'm still going to put you on ambassador class.
Ooh, that's not great.
Yeah,
Ugh.
because that means you're going to be in a ship that is heavy cruiser class.
Yeah, but
But it's
designed for
old.
peace. Yeah.
Well, it's not so much that it's designed peace, because that's also true of the Galaxy class. But the Galaxy class kicks ass because it's got so many fucking phases.
Correct me if I'm wrong. The Enterprise is a Galaxy class.
The
isn't it?
Enterprise D is Galaxy
Yeah.
class, so Next Generation Enterprise. Yeah, but it gets destroyed pretty much at the start of the war.
Oh, the Enterprise D.
Yeah,
Oh, does it? Oh, right.
that's where Generations takes place before the main part of the war starts.
Generations.
So-
being
movie.
The movie.
which one?
With Kirk.
Where you have Picard and
Oh,
Soren.
when
The Nexus,
Picard has to
the
like
weapon.
travel into that weird
Yeah.
liminal space and get Kirk out of
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
That one is the Enterprise gets destroyed. Then the Odyssey gets destroyed.
Oh,
So they've lost 2 Galaxy class ships in
that's
like
bad.
a year. And they also lost the
And
Yamato
they're-
before that.
The Yamato. Did they have a ship called the Yamato?
Yeah,
I love
it gets
that.
destroyed in Next Generation.
Oh, does it? Oh, fair.
Yeah, you actually see it blown up on screen.
And is that also a Galaxy class?
Yep. Sister ship of the
Oh
Enterprise.
dear.
It gets destroyed by an Iconian weapon.
Geordie puts together a new Enterprise in like 5 minutes in spare time, you know?
No, it's not in 5 minutes. It took decades.
So
Also, probably what he did was he took the drive, the star drive of one that lost its saucer, and just
No, he took the entire base hull of a different ship that lost
Yeah.
its saucer and just
Yeah,
put
that's
the two
literally
bits together and went,
that's what I
"Ta-da!"
read.
Yeah.
well, that should be called the USS Frankenstein, shouldn't it? It should definitely be called that.
I mean, you haven't seen some of the stuff from Deep Space Nine. Have you ever seen the Frankenfleet?
I don't think I have. No, I've watched a fair bit of DS9. And I've never
They
come
did
across that.
a whole bunch of kit bashes for Deep Space Nine.
Mm.
Have you ever heard of the Centaur class?
Like in passing, but I've no idea what it is.
Excelsior saucer,
Mm-hmm.
Miranda pod mounted directly on the bottom of the saucer,
God.
with cut down the cells from an Excelsior mounted on the end of the beam of the pod.
Oh fucking hell.
And it was made, and you'll love this, as a kid's toy.
Oh wow!
Somebody in the art department in his spare time was making this one for a kid.
Just cobbled it together out
And they
of spare
said,
bits.
we need a ship for use on screen for next. That'll do. And just
Oh
took
no
it.
way! And it became an official part.
Yep.
Of no.
They painted it up
Very
with
cool.
glow strips where the nacelles glow. They touched it up, and he's like,
Mine is Hufflepuff. Yeah.
and he was like, I can't use this because
Thank you.
it's got toxic paint on it now, so I'm gonna have to build another one.
Oh,
It had to wait longer, but his ship did appear in canon.
That is cool, and now it's a canon thing.
Yep.
There was a thing in Star Wars that was a
Also,
very similar thing
It
to that.
appeared in a game that came out relatively recently.
I've not played any of the Star Trek games, much to my chagrin.
Oh, this video I have to show you later. Then.
Mm.
Have you played the old Star Trek games?
No, I've literally never played any of them.
Okay, there's a new thing for Star Trek Online. It's a pack of ships
Hmm.
that are taken from old Star Trek games,
Oh right.
like
Okay.
Turn of the Millennium,
Oh wow, like proper old.
Star Trek Armada. They've got the Premonition.
Okay.
Star Trek Invasion, which was a PS1 game. They've got the Typhon.
Okay. I like the name. I've no idea what it looks like.
It's a carrier
Oh.
because it's a fighter game.
Oh right.
And in
Fair.
what's the third one? My brain's blank. From Deep Space Nine Dominion Wars. Yes, that was the full name of the game.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, it was Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Anyway, they've got the Achilles.
The Achilles. Okay. Yeah.
The
Good.
Achilles is a personal favourite of mine.
Okay.
It has a torpedo phalanx.
Oh, that doesn't sound pleasant.
I'll show you it later.
Okay.
And the trailer they made is a shot-for-shot remake of the original cutscenes or opening missions where they appear.
Oh right. Oh, that's cool.
And also, they ripped off the old Activision logo to do their own logo. Like, how they got away with that, I don't know, but it's glorious.
Lots of litigation, I imagine. Correct me if I'm wrong. The Federation, are you gonna? You're popping to the toilet. Okay.
We'll keep talking for a bit then until
Yeah.
we get back. Is that okay?
The Federation never made a ship that was specifically purpose designed for war, did they?
None of their vessels were specifically designed for it, except for one,
Which is the Dreadnought,
the Defiant.
the Defiant. Okay.
The Defiant is from Deep Space Nine. That's
Mhm.
the only one they officially made that was purely for conflict.
And the rest of them are meant to be deliberately meant to be multi-purpose
Yeah.
ships, aren't they? Yeah.
There are ships which
Just of various sizes.
Yeah, there are ships that lean towards more combat roles, but
Mhm.
that's not the.
It's the one in the card that Riker brings the fleet of.
That is not a combat ship. That is, well, it can do combat.
It's the most heaviest.
It's their heavy cruiser, basically.
There's, I mean, I don't know if the films aren't counted as canon, are they?
Yeah.
But no, the newest generation, the J.J. Abrams.
That's a
films,
different universe.
That is a different universe. Yeah.
But they are canon with that universe.
Yeah. But they're a completely separate film.
Timeline.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair,
Because they do have a fully combat ship in that is called the Dreadnought,
It's not
and
made-
it's huge.
it's not made by the Federation. It's made by Section 31.
Are they not part of the Federation?
Yes.
They are not part of Starfleet. They're a separate thing, but it's like they're
Right.
clandestine bullshit.
The movie
They're,
for that
they're like, yeah.
soon.
Yes, it's production for
Section-
next year, I think. Section 31.
Yeah,
31.
the movie. Yeah, it's following on from Discovery.
Oh,
It's,
right, okay. So this is the beginnings of Section 31. This year.
No, Section 31 started all the way in Enterprise.
It's kind of complicated if you haven't watched Discovery because there's lots of timey-wimey stuff. So
Basically, Section 31 started in Enterprise. They had a member of the crew there got seduced into it.
Okay.
But Discovery's kind of difficult because it's lots of time jumping and the character that's in the movie has to go back in time otherwise because she's from the past.
There's a weird amount of time jumping in Star Trek. isn't
Discovery
there?
has a large amount of it, but the character is from an alternate universe.
Of course.
And because she's from an alternate universe and she goes into the future, her body can't deal with all of
Because
this shit.
the timelines are diverging, they're going further and further apart.
Mm-hmm.
It becomes harder and harder for her body to be stable in our universe. Effectively,
Yeah.
it's trying to drift back.
Yeah.
Now, when those two timelines are still fairly close together, it's not too bad. It's
Yeah.
manageable. But as it gets
But
further
the
and
further you get
apart,
apart from that nexus point, the
Yeah.
worse it gets. Yeah, that makes sense.
So she has to go back in time, and she joins 31. So it's the movie is her.
I believe she goes back to before the Enterprise C because there's Rachel Garrett, who was the captain of the Enterprise C.
Oh, okay.
And for reasons we know it's not going to be after the Enterprise C.
Oh.
She dies in one appearance.
Oh, wow. Beautiful.
She's the captain of the Enterprise C, and she dies in the line of duty, trying to protect her ship.
Well, it's like Strange New Worlds. It's the Enterprise. Just the Enterprise, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the original Enterprise.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's before Kirk, and you know that Pike dies. So you're watching it going, "You're
You don't know that Pike dies.
dead." Well, he's seen his own future. In which
He
dies.
knows that he ends up disabled,
Oh, right.
like horrifically so.
Like
He ends up in
multiple limbs missing.
he
Disabled.
ends up in a wheelchair, his face molten, and only able to communicate by beeps.
Christ.
He
That's
knows that this is what
horrendous.
is going to happen to him. He saw this was going to happen to him, and he knew if he took this particular crystal, which they needed, it would make that happen.
And he did it anyway, I imagine.
He could have waited and gotten another crystal, but they didn't have time. So,
Yeah.
which I think was tremendously good character development for him, because it's like he knows this will destroy him.
And
but
yet.
He also knows that if he does this, he will be able to save the other people who would otherwise possibly be affected by it.
Duty first. Yeah.
And it's actually given evidence that he looks up those people because they were cadets, and at this point in time, they're kids,
Oh.
and he just sees them. And he's like, "Yeah, I really have resigned myself that I'm going to have to save these bastards, aren't I?"
Yeah. Fucking hell.
Welcome back.
I
So
shouldn't have looked.
he didn't have a choice.
Oh,
Anyway, back to the game. So,
right.
ooh, careful.
It's just
Great.
So, the first entertainment will start at this point. So we've got some music going. At the same time, a easel is brought out, and somebody's going to start painting. And that is the Hobgoblin, who is wearing not you, the female Hobgoblin, who is wearing the slightly like functional dress.
Practical
She
form
throws
of
an
that.
apron over the top and starts painting.
Makes sense.
And it looks like
Yeah.
if anybody goes behind her, and she's not stopping people from doing this, you can see that she's painting the scene and she's doing the dancers as a blur.
Nice.
It's pretty good.
Right.
People are
How are we gonna try and catch this fucker red-handed?
He has joined in with the
room, yeah.
dance.
Someone's got to get in the room without being seen. I assume the whole place is lit up like a Christmas tree.
Well,
Okay.
we have the invisibility potion,
Yeah.
and
So
I have.
you've got dice.
Oh, so I whipped my neck around a little bit too quick there, and my neck just went.
And I can cast silence,
That
but I
would
am the least sneaky person in the group. I actually have disadvantage on my stealth
Yeah,
roll.
you're wearing heavy armor. You are gonna have to get in there though. Which
I
is...
can be underneath and cast silence.
Ooh, that is true.
Yeah.
If you could sort of extrapolate
I know
where
exactly.
it is. No, but the question will be where we need to set up in the room. It's not where the egg is, it's where we need to be.
I'll tell you what, I will put a marker on the map on the floor below so you know exactly where you need to be. So it would be
The ghost of the room.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 back, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is
That's the egg,
on the floor.
which means that
Which, if I come in here and cast silence,
that corner
or if I,
also means that corner.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Does it not?
Oh wait, no, that is correct. Sorry.
Yeah.
so if
I was
I
gonna say, my maths is pretty fucking correct there. Thank you very much.
so if I
No, it's
cast
not.
it in this
That's
corner,
actually wrong.
Is it?
Yeah, because
That's it.
that's can't be right. I must have put that in the wrong place. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's the next one over. Sorry.
Yeah, it
Fine.
should be 8. Yeah. So it's
There. So it was only off by 1.
so if I effectively cast silence in this corner,
You could do a bubble
I
there.
could do a quarter radius there.
I reckon. I mean, it all depends on what the room looks like. If it's a completely bare room, we're shit out of luck. But if there's stuff in there, then we can do this. We can hide.
What doesn't matter? He's
But
going to be
it's
invisible.
It's there that you need it. Yes.
Well, no, because he could be on this
It's-
corner.
It doesn't matter where you throw
It depends. Yeah, but it depends on where it is. If the altar's here,
Well,
or
we know
whatever.
the egg is there, so I'm guessing the egg is probably on the altar.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. You don't know. The altar might be fucking there. In which case, that's choosy, and not great. But
You can always see if the door is unlocked and just go and see an animal there.
we could. When we were in the storeroom
How
and
invisible
walking
is it?
through here, were there any windows?
Yes, there are windows. I forgot to mark them on the map, so I'll put
Why don't I cast it up in the air out here so it just covers just inside the door? So you can literally just stand inside the door.
Because he'll have to walk through it, and
If we
all.
follow him, if he's invisible and he follows him into the room and just stands in the doorway and records it,
the door close behind it.
yeah.
Yeah. That. So, are you thinking that you're going to cast silence, like what, openly? To do that, because if you're doing that, you've got to be like down here on the dance floor. You got to.
Well, if I cast it 20 feet
I see. The
and then
point
up in the
that
air,
you're-
I could
well,
be inside, just inside the doorway and cast
You're going to have to cast it on that point, exactly there.
Yeah.
Because then you'll have that 5 feet inside the door.
Yeah.
So you're thinking the idea is he walks in.
Yeah.
And the invisible person follows in very closely behind him, and then immediately you cast silence.
after
And
he
you're
shuts
in
the door.
there.
Yeah, and he can just stand in the doorway, take the video camera footage.
But when you're down there, you won't be able to see when you go there.
If we're underneath, you should be able to hear the door shut.
That would be fine. It's just where are you gonna be to be able to cast that without someone knowing?
Sort of just inside the doorway there.
So you're gonna be on the floor below.
Yeah.
Is that the idea?
Yes.
Okay.
Do I have to see the points that I'm casting
Yes.
silence?
You have to see the point you're casting.
If that's a yes, then that might be a little more tricky than that. What was this room like set up to be?
Do you want to go? Oh, you went through it, didn't
Yeah,
you?
we went through it.
That appears to be like a lounge room. So it's set up with it's set up with sofas and oh, I didn't forget the fireplaces. Never mind, doesn't matter. I'll ignore the fireplaces then. It's set up with like a false fireplace. There's a book set up there. It's a large living room, basically.
But it's not like where the buffet is or whatever,
No.
for example.
No.
Okay, good. So there shouldn't be a lot of through traffic through there. That's
The
good.
buffet is over in the dining room over there.
Okay. I do wonder if it might not behoove us to set up the sound recording now, so that if we did want to do that version of things,
Don't forget the sound recording only works for, what was it, 20 minutes?
10 minutes.
10 minutes? So if we
Was
set
it-
this, yeah.
was
so,
it that
yeah,
long?
Yeah.
10 minutes per cylinder.
no, it wasn't. 2 minutes per cylinder.
Ah.
We've got 8 minutes total.
So
Yeah.
setting it
I was
up,
going to say, was it that long?
No, you're right. It
Yeah.
was 2 minutes.
I was going to say.
but that means we have to get in there without anybody seeing us, set something up, get back out with anybody seeing us, and then go back in again later.
Which is what that's why I'm saying we should just have someone in there.
Small point. Maximum recorders. How do they work?
They scratch the vibrations onto the wax cylinder.
Mm-hmm. How are you powering it?
It should have a battery motor in there.
No.
Oh, is it a hand crank thing? Oh, Christ.
That's where the silence comes in.
Pardon?
That's where the silence comes in. What do you think about it? Not.
If it's in the silence, it's not going to pick anything up.
It's not a sound.
So at this point, we might as well just stick with camera.
We may just have to stick with the camera.
I think the best way is follow him in. I'll cast silence up in the air, so it envelops just inside the door, and then the person can stand there invisible, record the footage, and then leave.
No one's got like mage hand or anything, do they? I'm looking at you two. Well, not really you.
I
Because
think
you're
I'm
James
concentrating.
has it.
Well, James's mage hand, if we hide it correctly, could operate the crank handle.
I mean, it only does 10 pounds of force, but you don't need.
You
much
won't need
force.
more than that.
Hmm.
Because you're cranking something by hand. It's nothing more than that. You're not trying to shove or move anything. So James could do that if need be. Yeah, and if we ask him nicely. It's certainly a less risky proposition of just having someone swiftly follow them in. But you are making the assumption that they'll like fling the doors open and be all nice.
You know
and-
who this is. You know he's not.
I do know who this is.
But
I also know that this is his big secret.
yeah, he's not going to swing the doors wide open to reveal an altar where
Yeah,
he's
true.
hiding
Um,
fucking kobold eggs that he's stolen from people.
if I silence the door, as long as he's not facing it, he won't hear it open.
Yes, no, you're not wrong.
So
Actually.
he wouldn't know that the door's
That-
opened and shut.
That's a good idea. Okay.
So you could literally, he could go in. When he shuts the door, when he turns around, you could just literally open the door, walk in, and shut it behind you. No one would hear it.
and no one would hear it at all. Yeah, they might. Well, they might see it, but
Probably
no one would
not.
hear it. Well, you never know. He might have dozed off by that point.
Well, as long as you make sure that everyone is... 'cause if-
Suitably distracted.
yeah, if we time it properly so that everyone is paying attention to
Whatever's happening.
whatever is happening,
Mm.
or at least make it so we can do it whilst, say, you are doing your
Act.
your
Yeah.
act,
Mm-hmm.
because that's going to be
The only
quite a
thing,
large feat.
And quite a loud feat
Exactly.
as well.
the one problem is that we've all assumed that he will do this while we're here.
This is also true. Yeah.
In his party.
Yeah, it's like I'm getting bored down here. I think I'll go and sacrifice an egg.
That actually may work to our advantage because we've got all this time to set this up.
Mm.
All we need to do is have someone leave and then just secrete themselves, wait for it. Oh, God. Oh, fuck. I've got a plan. I don't like it, but I've got a plan.
What is your
Are you going to
plan?
share it with us?
Yeah, I am. I think it might have to be me. Because I can effect a quick exit, because I can just jump out the window. I've got Featherfall, don't I can literally just skydive. Did the windows look like they were opening when
No.
that they could be opened?
Skyscraper windows don't open, do they?
No.
Yeah, but it is him. You never know.
It's didn't
They don't
Construction.
open because it's not a good idea.
Oh, okay.
super pressure.
The private elevator,
Yes.
that's basically open, right?
What do you mean, basically open?
Like it's an open tube that goes all the way down.
There is a There is a mesh of metal over the inside of the elevator, but the shaft itself is just a tube. Yes.
That's my way out. So I can be in there, do the recordy,
Okay.
and then, well, it could be more than one of us. I could probably do. How does Featherfall work? What are the intricacies
You can do
of
up to 5
Featherfall?
people.
Can I indeed? Well then,
It is a first level spell slot. It is a reaction, and you can do up to 5 people.
Well, there's 6 of us, so that's annoying. But
I am
that
as
does mean
sneaky as a stone being thrown into a river.
right. Maybe you don't come for this bit. Maybe you wait with the getaway car at the bottom. What that does mean that we can.
Yeah, you walk.
I'm not saying that we. I'm saying maybe we don't even do this today. This might now just be a question of. Because, like we said, we were assuming that this is something he's going to do in this party, which thinking more deeply into it,
I've been
He's
waiting
not
for you
gonna
to
do that.
realise this for an entire week.
I was just sat there like, why would he suddenly go, I need to go and do an arcane ritual in the middle of a party with
Because
the...
we
I don't know, maybe he
what-
gets peckish. I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know what he needs it for. You know, it
Yeah.
could be his source of power or whatever.
Yeah.
It's source of keeping youth.
Exactly,
Yeah,
and he,
sort of rejuvenative treatment. Yeah.
you know, if he starts getting weak or something, he could have to make an abrupt leave to go and do this.
So, this may now be an opportunity for us to really thoroughly case the joint.
Yeah.
I think that is what this is now turning into. At which point, we can then come back in supreme stealth and get it done
Without him.
without him. Yes. Because you can't stealth.
Yes.
You could run a distraction.
He could run the distraction, this is true.
Uh,
Stumble in, the drunk hobo dwarf coming in
they
the
could
in the bottom of the
recognise
place.
us now, though.
Grow your beard out, no one will know.
What are you saying, Dave?
It's gone.
Then on the flip side, if he does by some miracle decide to do this at the party, we've got that plan of following him in that way.
Yeah.
Alright.
Do we want to try and actuate the sound recorder or not?
Is the sound recorder loud?
You haven't tested it.
I imagine I would have probably used one before.
It squeaks like
You hear the scraping as well, won't you, as it peels the wax off the drum?
It's not as loud as you think. It's not like when you make a recording
How
into a
loud is the
vinyl
music?
because it's a soft surface rather than a loud
They might be
scrape.
muffled by the music.
There you go. That's even better. Or he's going to be chanting some pretty heavy shit, I'm sure.
Yeah. Because if we put the sound
Device.
devices
Yeah.
down and we put it so in a way that we can at least someone can stay hidden whilst
Operating.
operating it
Hmm.
and the other person can remain invisible whilst working the camera,
How difficult in
we
this
could
world
get both.
Yes, we
is
certainly
it
could.
to acquire another invisibility potion?
you'd need to go to a magic shop and they're pretty expensive.
Hmm.
When you say pretty expensive, is that in the thousands or?
It's the normal value for an invisibility potion, which I think is a few hundred.
I'll do it.
So we
What
could
about the
afford
kitchen, right?
that quite easily. So if it comes towards the end of the night and he hasn't gone up there, you could just, whoever's the sneakiest, could just pop the invisibility potion and just go up there and have a look and case the room, and then we can go buy another one and come back later.
Up to you.
That's it. Give me the weight. Don't give me the price. It's not the important thing.
It's the weight you must pay in chicken meat.
Half a pound of chicken.
No, the most
It still doesn't fucking say
most
anything.
expensive,
It's very rare, if that makes any difference.
the most expensive
Yes.
liquid on Earth that is created by a living thing.
What's that?
Wool semen.
Oh,
Yes, this is true.
My cousin used to work for the company that does all the charts for all the different farms, cows, and that, so they can swap it all without interbreeding.
apparently it's 5k.
Sure.
A scroll is only
Yeah,
150.
it is 5k. You could get the scroll, but you have to cast it then.
Yeah, and that makes noise.
I could do that
But
outside.
it is 5,000, yeah.
Not if you do it inside the silence bubble.
Hey, there you go.
But yeah, you
That's
could
the
get
jazz.
150 scroll and you need to be able to cast the verbal components.
So I would
So you
have to-
can't do it in silence. Fuck.
Well, we could just do it
Unless you had a
outside,
sorcerer that had that particular don't need verbal
There is a way you
components
could
bit.
do it.
Yeah.
There is a way you could do it. You put the silence over a doorway to a room in which you are in. You
I mean,
can- you make the
You have to hope that the
you make the noise in that room.
yeah
The silence stops the noise getting outside of that room.
stops much of the noise.
No, stops the noise. It's silent.
Still
No
goes down
sound
through the
can
walls.
propagate through
Yeah.
it.
What about walls?
Yeah, and propagate through those.
Yeah, so it won't. They won't get the full whack of it.
Well,
But
let's
if,
put it like
if
this.
someone's put their ear to the wall,
Oh yeah,
they'll
if
hear
somebody's
it.
listening to
Well,
that,
we shouting.
No, true.
no, you'd be,
Do it
you'd
as
be doing it quietly.
quietly as you can.
You'd be doing it quietly.
Yeah. This is when the invisibility potion goes, woo! And then you're invisible.
Well, if it's an invisibility potion, you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
If it's the invisibility scroll, which
That's what I meant.
is designed to be fairly stealthy. So
I hate to say
Okay,
it,
good.
wouldn't it be better for us to buy 2 potions of scrolls of healing,
Invisibility.
and sell the one that's 5,000?
I mean, in fairness, we'd make a tiny profit off of it.
yeah, you can do that.
Yeah. But then again, it's a powerful tool. There's a reason it's 5k. Because the scroll does make the snap crackle pop. But the potion, you just go.
How do you imbue magic
Bye-bye.
into an item?
You first be an artificer.
Yeah.
And then you get artificer infusions that say you can do that. So, sorry, wrong class. Yeah. I feel we were probably looking at this from the wrong angle now. in hindsight.
Would you guys like to enjoy the party while you're here?
I think, yeah. We'll glean as much information about the actual place as possible.
Yeah.
So there is the music being played. The next event will start up, which I believe will be. It's on my list here. Sorry. A demonstration of advanced technologies.
Ooh. Oh, this is Mr. Shahgazani.
Dr. Malisk Shah-Gujani.
I would like to pay particular attention to this.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is now just pure RP. There is
That's,
no heisting going on.
As this is going on,
Why did we not think of this?
Because we're not entirely. We tend to overthink a lot. Of
We are dumb at the end of the day, aren't
Yeah.
we? We are just.
I
dumb.
was wondering when you'd eventually realise that this wasn't going to work. But I
Yeah.
wasn't going to stop you because I warned you ahead of time.
Well, I mean, in fairness, we've got to know a lot of high-level players in the game
Yep.
now. So
You probably won't be interacting with many of these guys anytime soon, but you might get a job from them.
yeah, and that's always good because jobs equal cash
Yeah, and rich people pay
equal
rent.
more cash.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
More importantly, notoriety.
So, the demonstration of advanced technologies, a device that was in that room that was covered over by thick sheet tarpaulin, is brought into the room. It is a very large box.
Is it a TV?
Sorry?
TV.
As
Oh
the,
no, I see.
as the cover is brought off, you can see that there is a small circular disc at the front here. There is a large wheel that seems to make up a big part of the structure of it, and a box that goes around it. Dr. Malisk is going to step forward. I'm not going to try and do an Indian accent because it will come on terribly.
That's verging into R word territory, isn't it?
So
Yeah.
please take it that this guy is speaking with an Indian accent that doesn't sound like
Yes.
it would if I did it.
That, yeah.
So,
Just like mine is speaking with a Japanese accent.
yes.
Yeah.
So he steps forwards as his assistant is the human woman is setting things up, plugging in wires into this device, which lead off into the other room. Ladies and gentlemen, for tonight's demonstration, ladies and gentlemen, for tonight's demonstration, I have brought with you one of the most advanced devices I have yet acquired. This particular device was recently developed in Ludara and allows for the transmission of visual images. Downstairs, 2 floors down from where we are now, there is a camera. This is a very special camera that has been modified to suit the needs of this demonstration. By means of a pair of electronic cables, a picture will be recorded down there and transmitted up to here to be displayed on this screen here.
Everybody crowds around this tiny 5-inch screen, I imagine.
The device can only operate the device can only operate at this time for a maximum of 10 minutes, owing to the extreme heat generated during its use. I would suggest that anybody of a sensitive disposition remain at a safe distance.
Just in case it goes boom.
Unlike this kitten, who has just walked straight over my shoe. Oh no, I did. That's why I looked down.
Yeah.
And now, Also, please be aware that it is not yet possible to put people on screen, owing to the sheer amount of light that is required for the objects to be visible. This has resulted in some objects bursting into flames, so we do not wish to attempt this with people.
Of course.
That actually happened with the real object.
Really?
Yeah, caught fire.
Well, surely,
Fucking hell.
surely,
Or as in the TV
No.
burst into
No, no.
flames?
The object that had light shone on it enough. to be
Oh,
visible.
I see what you're getting at. Yeah.
see, I'm sure someone that's resistant to fire would be.
Oh, what? Like a tiefling, perchance, or a red dragonborn, maybe.
He sets this device going, and you hear a as this is spinning up.
I said the wheel is going nuts.
Oh yeah, it is rotating up, and he explains how this thing works. So he's actually demonstrating this and explaining that he opens part of the casing while it's running,
Oh,
and you can see this thing spinning. He then takes another disc and spins it in front of it, which, because of the way eyes work, slows down rotation for you guys to see. As it is rotating around, you can see the slits in it. He then closes it up, puts that thing to his assistant. This device allows for the transmission of images, as I already said, but I have not yet demonstrated that. Downstairs, if you would put the call through, please. They will be setting up to transmit. The device is now up and running. Oh, hello, kitten. The device is now up and running, and very soon, the screen flickers. Ah, perfect. Very soon, we should have an image appearing. It takes a moment for the lights downstairs to warm up. You see the screen goes from black to a grey, and then starts to brighten up as the image of a dummy's head appears on the screen.
is there a little chortle that goes to the audience at that point?
Possibly. Come here, you horrible little fluff bunny. I am going to pet you. So,
So,
sorry, have I acquired a kit?
yeah, kitten paralysis.
It goes on screen, and you get an opportunity to see a television. The head is moved around, turned around on the thing, and for the next 8 minutes, the thing is demonstrated to you. Now, of course, I invite anybody who has questions to please ask them now while the device is cooling down. We will do another demonstration in approximately 5 minutes from now.
Can you get sound?
Sound transmission should be possible, although synchronizing signals is currently in development. Radio transmission is a simple enough matter. Transmitting video over radio is in development, but I'm not sure how practical that will be. We may resort to using cable transmission for video. What's the matter? You want to get down, don't you? You don't like being on me. Maybe people. Are you okay there? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just making sure the kitten is okay.
There he goes.
Any other
He-
questions? There are a few questions from various people. Anybody of you? Yep.
Trying to think of any.
What do you have used the camera?
The camera device itself also uses a spinning disc, so I'm afraid it is
Oh, I'd say.
exceptionally heavy.
Ah.
I myself am capable of lifting it, but I doubt many other people would be. What species are you again? You're elf, half elf. Yeah,
No. How dare you?
elf. Sorry.
Wood elf.
I do not believe there. I do not believe there.
Elf supremacy. Yeah.
I do not believe there are many in the audience today, aside from myself, and he points to the Goliath and a couple of other gentlemen.
The
around the
Gith would also be able to do it.
Oh, and the gift, yes.
Yeah.
And your ladyship, of course, would be strong enough to wield it, and possibly you, sir.
Is there any way of sorting out the heating? Because I can imagine that.
We are working on ways. We are thinning the wheel and various other technologies, but at the moment, the main problem is the lighting required for the objects.
What about a magical source to control the heating? Some kind of way of emanating cooling.
The cost of using a magical element in the device would be exceptionally high. As things currently stand, this device can be constructed for no more than perhaps a couple of $100.
Oh, wow.
Now, of course, it would not be retailed at such a price. It would have to have margins and costs for delivery and so forth, plus licensing of rights and so forth. But as things stand, we might expect this to arrive on the market within the next decade at a cost of perhaps $1,000, or maybe even lower, $600 if we're lucky.
Voice of the house.
Yeah, yes. That is 4 to 6 times the price of a
Now,
house.
of course, it does not have to go from point to point. We are not reliant on a single camera supplying a single device. This could, of course, be connected up to hundreds of similar devices. The synchronization would take a little bit of practice, but it is perfectly viable. We've made radio work. I'm sure we can make the transmission of video the next.
So this would be a very good security device.
How so, sir?
Well, you could, if you're saying you could have many cameras to one screen.
No, that was the opposite of what I was saying.
Oh, okay.
I was saying you could have many screens fixed to a
Could
single camera.
Could it work the other way?
You'd have to switch between inputs, but I suppose you could.
That way
However, the weight of the camera would be prohibitive with current technology. I suppose if we managed to lighten it down to, well, like a film camera, if we managed to get it that light, but you would still need cable connections, but it's certainly a possibility.
As a static surveillance measure, not a bad idea, certainly.
I'm sure it would put guardsmen out of the job, or at least require much fewer of them. They'd only need to we'd save in an office. With perhaps a few of these screens. Miniaturized, one would hope.
Yes, hopefully.
It's in the heat, not a fan.
We already have one for the camera. For the television itself, it is able to operate for longer periods, but it's the camera that is the weak point in the system. The camera has active cooling and thinning done to it, but with the amount of light that is needed, there is no easy way of producing it without a lot of heat being produced. At the moment, we use arc lights, if you are familiar with the technology. Arc lights, for those of you who don't live in a world like this, were the old type of light bulbs that produced tremendous amounts of heat, but also incredibly bright light.
Those ones, yeah.
Of course, such lighting is very powerful and quite dangerous, but it is also very heat producing. If we could get incandescent bulbs that could produce sufficient light, we would, but they're not currently available. At least not commercially available. Perhaps if we had them custom made, but the sheer expense would be rather too much. Unless, of course, people were interested in investing in such technologies.
This is just like an expo, isn't it? Yeah.
But he'll happily talk about it for the not the rest of the night, but for the rest of his time. And they do another demonstration, which includes like a few models being moved around on things to demonstrate its possible use. It's done like a little horse race.
Oh, right. That's very good. Very good.
Of course, the technology would need to come a long way before we could do this with real horses, unless we wanted to set them on fire.
Yeah, it's not a good idea.
I don't know. It depends on the horse.
It would be one way to make it go faster.
This is a fair point. It would also make the jockeys go faster.
I'm sure.
Right. Hand over to the next thing. Again, music plays while things switch over. The next thing is the poetry recital. So, do you guys want to do one before this?
As in, do we want to do
One of yours.
one of our events? Yeah, we can do, I suppose.
Okay.
Yeah, we got 20 minutes left, everybody.
So, let's do what your events would be.
So, I'm doing the shooting competition.
You're assisting with that, are you not, Lawrence?
Yes.
Is it one slightly lower caliber pistol?
Nah, it's fine. 30-06 isn't that damaging. Especially when we got Matey Boy on standby. You'll only lose a few points of intelligence if I shoot you in the head.
So, in this case, I would like you to make me. How about you making me some acrobatics checks? So you're doing like various positions to hold fruit in, or chucking stuff in the air for him to shoot.
And there's also going to be, I think the pièce de résistance trick should be me shooting you in the head and you catching the bullet in your teeth with deflect missiles.
You want to try that?
Yep.
Okay. So we'll do 2 athletics checks.
Yeah, I'll try.
This will be 2 athletics checks for you, 2 shots for you, basically. And you both want to get over a threshold that I've got in my head.
Okay.
Can I stand at the back of the room and quietly guidance him? How close do I have to
You need to touch him.
You can
Guidance
guide-
is touch.
Well, what you could do is you could say that you could guidance him just to make sure that he gets
No, you could steady him.
decent rolls, and that would be under the guise of safety as well.
Yeah.
So it's not me getting magical help because this is pure skill.
Yeah, he's helping the person who's being shot at, which
Yes,
I think
that's
nobody's
fair.
going to object.
No one's
to
going to
that.
object to that. Yeah.
So you get an extra D4 on your rolls.
Ah, so it lasts for up to 1 minute guidance, so I can
Yeah,
touch him
to the
and then
concentration
let
step.
go and walk away.
Yeah.
So I can just go up to you.
You do have to make the incantation.
That's a nat 20, isn't
And
it?
that's 20
Symbols.
plus 2.
Plus your ability.
4, so that's 26.
Okay, that is
I think
more than
we'll
double
use-
what I'm asking you to do. So
I think we'll use the revolver for this, which is probably it's
13.
slightly less powerful.
38 revolver?
45.
Oh, 45. Ooh.
In truth of fact, it would be a 4.55 Webley, but we're not
Yeah,
going
I
that
simplified
in
things
depth.
down.
Yeah,
So
and in fairness, 4.55 Webley is a big, fat, slow bullet, so
It
you
is.
should be able to catch it anyway.
So this is just 2 shots, first of all. This isn't the final one, which will be the one where you have to catch it with your teeth.
So the first trick that I would like to do, if it's okay with you, the first one we will do is the I'm going to shoot. Like, if what have we got at the buffet table? Like apples.
A variety of different things. There'll be
Okay.
apples, there'll be nuts, there'll be fruits, there'll be meat things, there'll be hors d'oeuvres.
Little hors d'oeuvres. Okay. Are there any like sort of fig type things or nuts or something like that?
Yeah, I said they were nuts.
Oh, they were nuts. Okay, cool. So I will
throw a peanut up.
yeah.
Hold a pineapple on a stick.
Well, what my plan is to do the William Tell, put the apple on the head, and then put the nut on top of the apple, and I'm going to shoot the nut off the apple, and the apple be
I
untouched.
thought you were going to shoot the apple off and then have the nut just drop and land.
That also, yeah, that's doable. So
This
yeah.
is where he outlands.
I did my thing
You
here.
can decore the
Oh.
apple.
Decore the apple. Yeah,
Okay, so you've got the apple aligned, so you put it that way. Yeah.
yeah. So I imagine when we start this off, I'm going to go into the storeroom, get the thing, and then just come out armed,
Yep.
and everyone's just like,
Oh no, people are not worried at all.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay. So we go up onto the stage, and I will make it.
You notice the the doctor up top leans over to watch this,
Yeah.
and Red Rosa is sitting at the bar watching.
Uh-huh.
He's slumping slightly now.
So, alcohol. So yeah, I will take aim with my service revolver.
Which way are you shooting? Are you shooting towards glass or towards like a wall or? 'Cause obviously the
Actually, would you mind that me and the
do you
host had a little bit of a chinwag about that?
In fact, that was already organised. A wall which is made with plush material, supposedly, and you notice concrete backing is
Lovely.
brought out. The plush material will stop the bullet from bouncing off.
Perfect. Delicious. Right.
It's basically cork with velvet over it.
So I tell the crowd that well, we're both military veterans, aren't we? Actually, are you happy for that to be disseminated?
I'm
as
very
well?
much discharged since that.
So I introduced myself and I explained that when I was in the Japanese or the
Narrakan.
Marines of the Narrakan Empire, I was a marksman of some acclaim, and I like to think that I have held on to those skills, and I plan to do a demonstration of those skills today for your entertainment. I would say that anyone that is especially sensitive to hearing may need to put their fingers in their ears for this one.
You can put your glasses on.
I am going to put my
a
glasses
waiter-
on
a
to
waiter
keep up
is-
the illusion.
A waiter is going around with a collection of earplugs.
Yes.
What, with some cheese?
No, it's actually earplugs.
it's hello hello. The stuffing
No,
brie.
no. This one is actual earplugs. They are cork earplugs at this point in time.
Yeah, it would be. So, for my first,
Can I have some?
Yeah.
yeah, you probably need it.
The waiter brings them over.
I mean, I'm used to it, so I'm good. So, right, yes. So, for my first year,
When you are done with the sound, raise your hand.
will do.
Plop.
So, for my first trick, we'll put the apple on the head, and then the nut on top of the
Okay.
apple. Right, what shall I shoot for, the apple or the nut? What do we think would be more interesting?
You could shoot the core out of the apple.
Yes.
You could shoot the nut off the top without knocking off the apple.
Mhm.
You could shoot him in the head.
And I could revive him. That'd be great fun.
You
Yeah.
could shoot yourself. You could shoot the other guests.
Yeah.
There's actually a mob here. He just goes,
Yeah. I bring out the Tommy gun from the GTA pocket and just mow everyone down.
It's
Oh,
our
God.
penthouse now.
Yeah.
I'm the
Fuck you
mayor.
all. Who's mayor now?
I'm the police commissioner.
Yeah. Okay, yes. So we'll try and shoot the core out the apple, I think.
Okay.
Let's
Roll.
see how we do.
Roll to hit, please.
I'm rolling with my highest mod, so this should be pretty good. This is plus 10 to hit.
We don't put them single figure head for no reason. That's a
And we get a nat 20.
Okay.
So that will be a 30 to
Okay.
hit.
You both do really well on the first shot, and it is absolutely perfect. You core the apple, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So the apple is completely hollowed out and is pretty much perfect. It's
Mm-hmm.
probably got lead in it, right?
Yeah.
And the nut on top just wobbles very slightly.
Yes. And I, we'll do the little, like,
Take
hey,
the apple down and show. You could drop the nut through the apple.
hey, there's the trick. That's the trick.
What, dropping them not through the apple?
No, making the... Oh, you twat.
So, the second trick.
So, the second trick that I had actually involved my sword, and it was you throwing
Okay.
a piece of fruit at me.
Acrobatics throw.
So it would be, I sheath my pistol and make people take their earplugs out.
Okay.
And I would say, another part of my history is that
22.
I was, at one point, a member of the samurai clans in my very early youth, and then I produce my cane, and I take the sword out of it, which I imagine elicits something from someone.
You gas.
And, yeah, well, I hopefully not that. Maybe from Red, because she's probably on the verge of falling asleep anyway. And I say that will attempt to demonstrate the acrobatic prowess that made the samurai so known.
And an apple is flung towards you.
And I
It's
will-
a nice, easy one to hit because of your good roll.
And I will attempt
I
to.
wasn't going to do an apple. I was going to do
Melon?
Cantaloupe.
no, an orange.
Oh, an orange.
It's smaller.
No, it isn't.
Depends on the size of the orange.
All right.
Do you mean a satsuma?
Satsuma.
Yeah, you mean a satsuma, yeah. I'm gonna say.
Well, you could do a series of fruit. You could start with, like,
Fruit Ninja! It's Fruit Ninja!
you could do a melon.
Start with a melon, and then you get progressively smaller,
Yeah.
and it's like a cherry.
When you start flinging,
A gra-
you just when you get the grape, you just it comes down into an origami piece.
Oh, that would be cool. Right.
If you
Well,
nat 20, yeah.
let's see how this roll goes first. Oh my god, yes! That'll be a 25.
Okay. You slice through every one that gets flung out.
Nice.
They are chopped into fine. Fuck you. As they are chopped.
Fine, fuck you.
Mhm.
Finest grade. Fuck you.
The finest grade of fuck you.
So you chop these various pieces of fruit. Sorry, I'm not in the way of the camera. There we go. You chop up these finest pieces of fruit into puree, pretty
Mhm.
much as they are sliced through the air. This actually draws some applause, as people are actually genuinely impressed with it.
Mm.
Not everybody, but a majority.
Mm-hmm.
You do notice that two of the mafia guys are both clapping along with it. I'm quite impressed by this.
Nice. Okay.
The girlfriend is clapping incessantly. She really likes this.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Right.
The senator gives a respectful nod of his head and a polite clap. The mayor is not paying attention.
I don't expect him to. Well, we might get some stuff out of the mob.
His bodyguard is important.
Oh, cool. All right then. All right.
The host is loving it.
Of course he is. Of course he is.
The poet is sort of fainting.
Fainting.
Oh.
Oh.
The artist is actually starting a new painting of it.
Oh, right. Nice. Okay.
And the Warforged gives a polite clap.
Cool. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen,
Piece of original.
this, I will call for a waiter to bring me a cloth so I can wipe my blade clean, and I will do as much, and then sheath the blade. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the pièce de résistance. Myself and my assistant here will attempt a very dangerous trick. Now, do not worry. We have our medical aid on standby should anything go wrong. But I will attempt to fire this pistol at my assistant, and he will catch the bullet with naught but his own body.
There is somebody at this point who... oh, I've seen this.
Oh, please feel free to...
Bullet under the tongue, isn't it?
You may inspect my assistant.
The police chief approaches you. He inspects around your mouth. All right. Unless you've got it tucked up in your sinuses or something, I'm not seeing anything.
And sir,
When you actually do that, it's like, okay, you didn't need to do that.
and sir, if you would like to confirm that these are in fact real cartridges.
He checks. Now,
Yes, of course.
face the wall. Bang. I can confirm that is indeed a real cartridge, and the rest of them appear the same.
Thank you very much, sir.
Whilst he's shooting
All right.
you over in guidance again. So
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
excellent.
As he's doing that, I'm like,
It's all about
Sleight of hand.
boys. It's all about
You
sleight of hand.
wouldn't be able to concentrate on two, so you can't give the other one to him,
No, that's
unfortunately.
fine. That's okay.
Right then.
In fairness, we want a roll that's high enough to hit you,
Yeah.
but not so high that you can't get over it. Is the
So
idea?
you've got to beat his AC,
I have to beat his AC. I think that's how it works.
which is, what is your AC?
17 currently, which should
It's
be.
pretty high, but it should be
That's
doable.
actually all I need to roll is a 7.
Yeah, you should be able to do that. Now, you have to beat his damage. Now, your damage is a D8, I believe, for that gun.
It's a D8 plus something. It's D8 plus 6. So I need low damage, basically. Where is it? Deflect missiles. There we go.
Reduce it to 0.
So, I will say this.
Deflect
You-
missiles.
Are a bard
Mhm.
who has bardic inspiration.
Mhm.
as
You
a
can use bardic inspiration.
A very good
as
idea.
a Warforged
Oh, right.
as a Warforged cleric, I can
Forged.
forge
As a Horde cleric.
I can touch armor once per long rest and give it +1 AC.
That
That's
makes it
not what
worse.
we need.
You need the other way.
Yeah.
That you need.
No, because I need to hit him.
Yeah.
That's fine.
They need to
That bit should be fine.
No, that was mitigation.
Yeah. So the way deflect missiles works is use your reaction to catch or deflect a missile when you're hit by a weapon ranged attack, which I'm going to do. When you do so, the damage you take from the attack is reduced by 1d10 plus your dex mod plus your monk level. So what's your dex mod?
+4.
And your monk level is 3. So that's 7 already. So the minimum roll you can get is 8. So this shouldn't be too bad, in fairness. But if you reduce it to 0, you catch the missile
Yeah.
if it's small enough for you to hold in one hand, and you have at least one hand free. But in
Oh,
this
two
instance,
hands.
we're catching it in his teeth.
I could just spit it out.
And you could be playing danger music to like hype it up, but it's
Yeah.
actually bardic inspiration.
Oh, beautiful!
Now-
yes.
What is a bardic inspiration? Technically.
Bardic inspiration is a dice that you can add to any D20.
Yeah, but you're not rolling a
I'm not
d20, unfortunately.
Damn it.
It's a d10 plus dex plus monk.
I will allow on this circumstance it to be added to your roll for the D10.
There we go.
What would that be? 6.
And is that along with the guidance that he's already got plopped
Yes.
on? Okay, perfect. So this should go flawlessly now.
I'll allow it on this occasion because
Okay.
it's thematically appropriate.
And I,
That's
and I've got to roll acrobatics again as well. Or not?
Sorry?
Have I got to roll acrobatics again?
No, you don't need to. It's a
No,
roll.
all
of
you
the-
have to do is
Alright.
just stand there and look beautiful while I shoot you in the face
Okay.
deliberately.
You need to roll to hit.
I do.
This is where he rolls a nat 1.
I really hope not. Okay, so I have to get 7 minimum, basically.
Mhm.
So I tell everybody to put their earplugs back in. Take aim. Oh no.
Would you like my inspiration?
I would love your inspiration. Yes, please.
There you go.
Very good
You
of
can
you.
have my inspiration.
Come on.
And the alternative is you just go, whoops, first shot missed. Sorry.
Yeah. Or just to build the suspense for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Well, he fired off 1 round, so you've got 3 rounds expired.
Yeah, 3.
Oh, wait, no, you fired 2 rounds because he's fired 1 and you fired 1 because you re-rolled with the inspiration,
Yeah.
didn't you?
Yes, yeah. So, I fired the first shot into the apple. He fired one into the wall.
Oh, you were using
I've
the
just
pistol.
fired the first. Yes, yeah, I'm using my pistol.
Yeah, it's not
Oh,
using
I thought you
the
used
whole
the
time.
rifle.
No.
Oh, well, I can do. No, but I've been rolling with the pistols
Yeah,
stats every time.
I'd
In
rather
that
do it.
case, yeah, you've gone through the
3
apple.
rounds.
3 rounds. He shot 1 as well.
Yeah, so 1 for me, 1 for him, then 1 for me for the miss.
Okay.
What are you going to say? Just getting my eye in?
Yeah. I just give a wry look to the audience, so that just building the suspense, ladies and gentlemen, and then I take aim
Just
again.
building the suspense for too fucking long. Come on.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I think maybe you should have given me the bardic inspiration at this rate.
You were made to do that.
Oh, do I hit?
You have nat wand with your gun. It misfires.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay, hang on.
Debris fires out around the cylinder gap. It has damaged your gun,
Okay.
reducing its bonus by 1 as its condition drops by 1.
would you like to borrow my gun?
Maybe I should at this point.
I'll lend you my gun.
Yeah.
So
So,
It does less damage.
your gun,
through the-
D6.
it's now 1 less to,
Yeah,
to hit.
we've
but
got a
it's also
misfire.
1 less to its damage.
oh, okay.
I will take your gun a second and use my forge ability because I can make it +1 to hit.
I think that's a rest.
Yeah,
thing.
that's not something you can just do as an action.
That's all.
And I'm pretty sure it's your item.
Holding it.
It's your item. I'm pretty sure
Ah.
it's like attunement. that you-
God damn it,
Forge
I'm gonna have
is
to
not
get
in
that
that one.
fucking repaired.
Forge is not in that. one.
I'll lend you my gun.
It's on
Yes.
there.
Yeah.
No, I've got the
Wait,
book. That's why.
D6.
Yeah, because it's in one of the books.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were looking at the player's handbook. My fault.
Oh, no.
So I will take. So what revolver have you got? Actually?
Thanks.
Just a cult new service. Or cult police service.
It's a
Let's just have a budget.
Oh, yeah, at the end of the long rest.
Yeah, so you can't do it now.
Revolver one non-magical item. It doesn't have to be mine.
That's good quality. Okay, so
One
that's plus 2.
magical
That's the same actually as mine.
One
in terms of
non-magical,
quality.
yeah, which is
So like to hit bonus. won't
Your
change,
revolver is
obviously.
D6.
Still break it this time.
Your revolver is D6 damage rather than the
So
D.
the D8, so it'll be easier for him to get it. Yeah. Right. Third time lucky.
People are starting to get concerned.
Yeah. The rule of 3, everyone. Perfect suspense.
Time seems to slow down as your companion lowers the gun. The first shot goes wild over your shoulder. The second shot, the gun breaks almost in front of you.
Just
No, it's a misfire. It fires out debris from around the cylinder gap. It has damaged the gun.
Ah.
You will have to get it.
yeah, and I'll have to get it fixed. Yeah.
And then he lines up one final shot.
Yeah, I said, do you want to borrow my gun?
It's all part of the act, ladies and gentlemen. It's all part of the act.
So you don't need to roll then. Oh yeah, you
I
need to
do.
roll
I
it
do
down.
need to roll my damage.
My music getting more and
So
more
that is
suspenseful.
3 damage. So
wait.
that is 3.
Wait. What gun are you
3
firing?
plus 2.
It's the Colt
Oh, you're
38.
firing his gun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not mine.
It's
So
3 plus
that'll
2,
be-
that's fine.
So yeah. So it'll actually be plus 6 from mine because that's
All right.
2 for the quality, and then my
No.
ability on top of. So you've got to beat a 9
Okay.
on 3 dice.
Here we go.
Should be able to do that.
So 10.
Hey, there you go.
16
Yep.
Perfection.
plus 10.
As you see the bullet heading towards you, time has slowed down for you as you are seeing this approach. You catch it in your teeth, and your head pulls back as you try to grip onto it. That was tough, but you've grabbed it. It's caught between your teeth. There is quite a bit of applause at that.
I'll
Take a bow.
I'll
Take a bow,
I'll
everyone.
bow then back.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nice.
acrobatic roll.
Oh,
This
come
is
on.
where he that wants.
Oh, please
No,
don't.
don't put advantage on it.
Oh, good. Well, this is that.
That one.
Double.
Wow, 3 and a 5. Oof.
Woohoo!
Oof.
So even with his bonus, that should be okay.
9.
Hmm.
Oh.
Plus 4.
I don't think I have an
I
insight
might
for
say,
you to use,
is
mate.
the guidance still working?
No, you only get it for the
action.
once.
Oh, no.
You get it for the one action, and that's that.
So you backflip and almost put your back out as you land oddly. And, oh,
Don't let it show. The show must go on.
deception or a performance check to hide that. I'll allow it.
You got +1. They're all worse.
I like they're both charisma, so it doesn't matter.
Depends on if you've got what do you call it?
Okay, so you sort of grimacing a bit. It's like
You were never here for acrobatics. You were here to catch bullets.
there's a couple of bits of laughter at that, but the applause continues.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
You are ushered
I'll
off.
spit the bullet back out.
Yep, you are ushered off as the next one
I'll
starts.
tell you what, give it to the police chief as a souvenir because he was the doubter.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, he will actually inspect the bullet.
Yeah.
He takes a look at it. You actually did still have a bit of teeth. Good teeth. He pockets the bullet.
Yes, good. I hope he remembers us. Because if he's
Oh,
here,
I'm going back.
yes, I'll give you come back. If he's here,
I
it's
just
a
need
bit
to make a
turkey.
note that. 1 second. In fact, I'll make an audio note.
Ooh.
Wow, that's hot.
Yeah.
Sorry, the computer is cooking this device. That might be what's giving me problems.
Gold.
Yeah, he now has a bullet to compare.
From his
Police
gun?
chief.
You mean the one he never uses?
The police chief now has a bullet fired from. What's your character's name again?
Baby Gino.
Baby Chino. Bullet fired from Baby Chino gun. Although it is partially obscured by the but there we go.
Which is what my dental as well.
Baby Chino. Well, only the front 2 teeth.
Like he cared. You
He is-
never use your gun anyway.
Let me put it like this: he'll never think to look at that unless you've got a very distinctive description of you or you.
Cool.
It is 11:01.
It is 11:01. Shall we call it here, gentlemen?
I reckon that's the perfect place to stop.
Right. Thank you for joining us tonight, folks. I've been joined tonight by my wonderful players,
Toby.
Lawrence.
Edward.
Dave.
and Jin was here earlier, but she's headed off for now. We will be back on next week, all being well, and hopefully we'll be rejoined by James. Cross fingers, touch wood.
He was watching just now, to be fair.
Oh, perfect. Oh, so he's up to date with our revised plan as well.
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
He
legend.
did just ask me how you managed to miss that shot.
How I managed to miss the shot. 4 dice rolls, James. That's
Right.
how I managed.
So we'll be back on next week. I might be on later. I'll see how I'm feeling. I am hyped up on too many energy drinks, so I might be up for it. We'll see. For now, I wish you all a good night, and I will see you later. Good night.
Goodbye.